Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You did
Well,
the wrong one again.
no, I didn't.
Making you self-conscious at the beginning of session. It's great.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks lots, Nari. Jeez. Awesome. So, as we delve back in to the city of Gilgamesh, when last we saw our heroes, Nate the Human Rangers, Gobs the Autognome Warlock, Othokent the Lizard Folk Life Domain Cleric, Talah the Half-Orc Druid, and Abraham the Human Wizard. Our friends very upset about their handling, the way certain interactions were handled with their contracted employer, Mr. Armand, proceeded to investigate more information about the bottle that they had been sent to retrieve. They learned that said bottle was a divinely leveled or divine level binding agent for something that they don't know. Determined not to return this bottle to Armand, they went back to S&J and Associates, and after a few phone calls and conversations, decided to leave the bottle in the secure possession of one Sarandale. Additionally, it turns out an old employer from Neap showed up and had a job for our friends. The wonderful undead lich professor, Dr. Heinrich Burke, who is a priest of the Raven Queen, has contracted the group to go to the southeast to a area that is strong with the undead. Doc, your key clicks are very loud.
Move your mic away from your clicks.
Sorry.
It's okay. They are being sent to a region infested with the undead to retrieve a ring. And this is a mission that has been handed down by his deity and commissioned specifically with our resident Lizzo doctor. And that not to be confused with the celebrity, I mean lizard. To retrieve said ring and bring it back to Dr. Heinrich Burke. As the group left, they were still deciding exactly how to handle the situation with Armand, to which a phone call was made, a payment was made, and Nissa, the warrior, psychic warrior, has been contracted to go deal with Armand. And as the group leaves S&J Associates after making those arrangements, they run into the so incredibly lost she ended up in the Central Ward Gobs, and the group is reunited. As a note for anybody watching, we are short one Othokent this evening. Othokent will be played by Gobs for this evening, just for mechanical purposes, and we will pick up from there. So the full group is back together. I'm going to assume that off stage, you guys have had the conversations to bring Gobs up to speed on what is going on, and we will pick up
Probably.
from there. So, you guys are standing outside of SJ and Associates. You are grouped together. What would you like to do?
So Nissa is very much just gonna take care of this now. Though I'm curious how she's gonna do it.
Probably with violence.
Seems like it.
It seems to be her MO, no?
Very action-like, and no questions asked.
Did you request that she records it?
No, I requested
No.
trophies.
I mean, she could have been wearing a body cam the entire time. We could have gotten that stuff on video.
I mean, we can still ask for that.
Also, what trophy did you ask for? Not his dick, right?
His head.
Alright.
And if that's not there, his other head.
I need perception checks based on hearing.
Alright. It's gonna be just...
Nate be nating.
Right, I also need to do one for Otho.
Yeah, you do.
It's like I have advantage.
Almost.
Okay, let's see.
And
Perception.
I will
Not
say
really.
it's probably took you guys about 45 minutes to catch Doc up or catch Milla up on everything.
Yeah.
Checks out.
And
There we
having
go.
to say stuff like 3 times because
I
Dobbs is like, what?
Yeah, I got it.
I forgot
It's-
to change
it's
the
fine.
character the
It's
second.
fine.
So.
I get it. So I will say Talah, Milla, and Othokent all do hear a faint, deep, singular, and that sound comes from your due west, as you guys are standing outside S&J's.
I mean, you look in that direction. Do I see anything?
You see a thin, wispy trail of smoke coming up in the general direction of the west.
Huh.
That's not normal, is it?
You don't think he's already gone ahead and
Pep?
done it?
Pip,
Maybe.
Abe?
Abraham. Abraham,
What?
you feel your phone vibrate.
Check my phone.
It's a text message with a picture.
It's a picture.
It is Nissa. You recognize what's left of the office that you guys met with Armand in.
Mhm.
There's not much left of it.
Hmm.
And the selfie that she took is with his crush. It's hard to tell it's him because the side of his face is crushed in, but he is
Mhm.
very much decapitated.
Yeah, well, there you go. See? Look. Everything's taken care of.
Oh. She's
That's
efficient.
Pretty,
That's grim.
Text back. Where can we meet to get our trophy?
She texts back. It'll be left in a special sealing bag at S&J Associates.
Ah, well, we just have to wait. It'll be delivered to us.
So what do you want with it?
I can put it on a pike and wear it over my shoulder, warn all the assholes to leave me the fuck alone. Don't care. I'll throw it into the abyss. Feed it to the fishes.
I mean, if you're not going to do anything with it.
What, you want to feed it to that? Does it even want it? Do you want it? I ask it directly by staring at the arm.
It doesn't respond to you.
Next story is, can
I
the
will
head of
say-
a very intelligent vampire be used for something for you?
We don't know if it's a vampire. It's an
Oh, we're
asshole.
very intelligent asshole.
Talah, you can, based off the direction and the connotation of the information that you're being given and hearing these two talk about, you can guess that sound was whatever Nissa did, and the smoke is coming from that office.
okay, beautiful.
So you still wanting to take off that way?
No,
Okay.
it's all good.
Nissa wasn't too busy, and money is always a good thing because her girlfriend has expensive tastes.
Gets people motivated, I guess.
Okay, well, don't we have something else to do? I feel satisfied.
Did we get that diamond yet?
Yes, I will say that
Yeah.
Othokent got whatever he was after. Or everybody that was going after materials were able to get that.
Should I add it to his inventory?
I wouldn't yet. I
Okay.
would let him do it whenever he's back. I'll
Okay.
just say that he got to stop by and he'll pick up whatever he needs.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, what was our current job? We were meant to go somewhere out of the city, I think?
I was blinded by rage. I don't remember.
Well, you're pretty when you're blinded by rage. I like that side of you.
We had something else to do. Somebody to go meet.
Yeah.
I was not at my regular computer. I didn't have my notes. Therefore, I didn't take notes.
Did anybody take notes on what your next job was supposed to be?
I was hoping somebody would.
Something in the ward with what's his name?
Death.
The Lich.
Death Ward.
Something there.
We got a job from the fancy dressed Lich.
Yes.
And he
I
has
just
look at
wrote
that.
down that he speeches and serenaded Talah.
That's
You
all she
also-
remembers.
You also gave him plant dreadlocks.
Yes, I also wrote that down.
You wrote down the important stuff, gotcha.
Yeah.
The job is to proceed to the southeast to an area called the Tomb Whisper Hills.
That's right. And we were to locate a object.
And inside the tombs there, in the barrow, there is an altar to Orcus, and he dropped a ring of 3 wishes there. 2 of the wishes have been spent on the ring, and he needs that ring back. The map that oh goodness, where are my names? All my
Katarina.
names are- Thank you. Katarina was procuring was actually his map that he used one of the wishes to create. But he lost it during he had a time after he was accidentally turned into a lich where he was a mindless undead, and it was about probably a century or 2 that he wandered before he woke up again, if that makes any sense. So he didn't know where the map was, and he couldn't remember where the barrows were and where the Horn of Orcus was, or where he had found it. So yeah, he is sending you guys into the barrow to find his ring because he needs it to deal with Marbon.
I do have to question his ability at wish making. As I recall, his first wish was, I want to know where the Horn of Orcus is. The second wish was, I want a map for it, which would have also told him where it is.
Look, I never said he had a high-end score.
No, I know it's not at you. I'm mad at him.
Yeah, it was literally, hey, where's the Horn of Orcus? It's in the Tomb Whisper Hills. Well, how do I get there? Here's your map. Okay.
was a gym
Literally
type
exactly
thing.
how it happened. Mm-hmm.
Gave him the exact
The
answer he
last-
wanted.
Ah, okay.
The last
okay.
wish is just a milkshake or something.
I want an
For
egg
the
salad
trip.
sandwich.
Man, I haven't had an exiled sandwich. Sorry, sidetrack.
So I guess we should be moving on then.
How
It was just
far...
a couple of days out, right? So do we have enough rations?
Yeah, Otho can make food. But we can
Alright.
get
I can
rations.
forage. Yeah, sure.
Nate, do you want to bring oats?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good idea.
Don't you still
Didn't you guys
have
already
plenty?
buy like a bunch of food? Like brought it back like rice and beans and stuff? Big
Yeah.
bags.
So what do we do about the little girl? Do we take her with?
Don't like
kinda
leaving
have
her
to.
behind.
I don't know. Do we don't have another 15,000. We could just hire Nissa for this job too. Take care of her. No, don't kill her. Just watch over her.
Take care of her, not take care of her.
Are we sure we want to do that?
So
Hey,
what is the
For-
what alternative do you propose?
I don't know.
I'd prefer it if we brought her.
To my recollection, she's capable of turning invisible and can breathe literal death at things.
I see. Let's just bring her with us. She can hide if things get rough. There are creatures out there that can see invisibility, though. It's not a true protection.
No. I mean, the alternative would be finding someone who can Who can take care of a dragon?
Someone we could trust that won't abuse her. That list is very short.
I mean, I was
What
gonna say the
about-
beholder, but then again,
I already tried that. They were going to call child services. What is a child service? You already
They
have a
make-
child.
making sure
They
they
make
are
sure-
in a safe place and a
Which-
loving home and such, I guess.
Under what rules? Who sets those rules?
The law.
I don't trust it.
The
What
waitress
about Abigail's daughter?
Abigail's daughter?
She seemed nice.
I'm trying to remember who that was. Who
Trying to
is
remember who
that?
Abigail was or the daughter.
Yeah.
Abigail was the brass dragon that married Raph Splendid.
Okay, I feel like I need to clarify here. Me, the player, no. Gobx was
Oh.
not invited for that.
Right. I mean, I won't mind, like, taking her there.
No. Let's just. Phew.
I mean, we don't really have anyone I'd say we're close enough friends with to call upon a favor like that.
And honestly, the main reason why I would want to bring her along with us is because for the safety of the people around her.
Well, let's ask her what she wants.
Yeah. And I mean, if nothing else, she's a creature who breathes death, and we're taking her into a place filled with death. She might just thrive there.
I
Let's
mean,
just
she's still
ask
just
her.
a kid.
She's a dragon. We shouldn't take upon ourselves the idea that she has the same mental capacities as us. She may be able to deal with this better than we can. It's like assuming a dog processes thought like a human. She's highly advanced and probably smarter than us.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I think asking her directly is probably a good idea.
So, you go back to the apartments, the idea, so that's where Abe starts going off to.
All right, so you guys are heading back to your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make it there without any type of trouble whatsoever.
Mhm.
However, as you walk in, the person at the front desk goes, "Oh, excuse us. Can we speak to you for a moment?"
What?
While you've been out and about, there was some ruckus coming from your apartment, and I'm not sure if you made this clear, but there is a strict no pet policy.
We don't have
but-
pets.
Okay. Well, it sounded like there was some type of animal in there, and some people became upset, and they called the Centurions. And there's a special investigator up in your apartment currently.
Rage. He storms up there.
Running
Raid
after
Shadow
him.
Legends.
Immediately running after Abe.
He's got several spells prepared in his head.
Oh God.
He's
Excellent.
debating between which one to cast. He's got two he's tossing between.
Oh no, I hope the
Awesome.
investigator's fine.
Let's head up there.
So you guys don't even wait for the elevator. You dash up the stairs because
Yes.
you're too impatient. You get up to the apartment door, and the apartment door is shut.
I open it with force.
So you kind of you turn the knob, but then kind of push
Shove.
it open.
Yeah, I
And-
shove with my shoulder right into it.
And as you step in, you see sitting cross I don't know the appropriate crisscross applesauce style. Is that how you're supposed to say it now without offending people? Sitting
Yeah.
cross-legged on the floor.
Meditation style.
Is our beloved little dragon in her human form. And she is playing Go Fish with a special investigator who is wearing a nice suit and has a familiar porcelain mask with cracks in it that is inlaid with gold, as you see her sitting and playing Go Fish with Chariotto.
You're supposed to
Or
be
just
in Neap.
Terrietto. Phew.
Oh, you're back. Well, my business in Neap was finished, and I'd come back to the city. It's interesting to run into you all here.
It's my daughter.
That would explain the abrasiveness of her nature. It's hereditary. I have your names flagged in the system, and when the call came in that there was trouble here at an apartment under your name, it came up to me, so I figured I would step in and see what's going on.
I see.
Hello, my friends.
What
Oh,
do you...
hello.
Hello.
Abraham is really touchy about this whole situation. And so he's like sidling in and sliding around to the Lily side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you... What do you see when you look at her?
Oh, I see her outward appearance, but I also understand what she is underneath it. That, combined with the method of preferred communication she has, it was fairly easy to understand that she was a gem dragon. Very rare, actually.
What are your intentions?
I'm about to ask if she has any twos. You just
In
hear
the
her go,
long
"Go
run.
fish." I didn't have any intentions. I feel I owe you guys something for all the help you gave me back in the city, and if you were in trouble, and I wanted to help.
So,
I understand that most sentient creatures refer to this as a friendship.
I think you should get a bit of context for what's currently going on. We have been betrayed by the last few people who spoke.
That would explain the adversarial nature of this conversation. So, thankfully, I have not betrayed you, so you have no reason to treat me in that regard.
As long as you are being forthright in your answers, I have no doubt that you are. I have a favor to ask of you, as his demeanor completely shifts.
Well, I'd be happy to do anything I can to assist.
We have a dirty job to go do outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of something, to go find something, to go fight some evil. We don't want to bring her into danger. Her rarity, her nature, and her age makes us wary to do so. We need someone to babysit. That's not the right word. To look after her. To guide her, to teach her, to help her while we're gone.
Well,
we are not.
We need
I
a
s-
nanny.
I suppose I could always take her back to the tower with me. There's ample room, and the lead centurion is always happy to meet new people. He's lonely, which is a weird thing for a construct, but in fact, maybe you could go up to the top of the tower and meet the Moonkeeper. She's always happy to meet new people. Do you like the stars, little one? And there's an exchange that you don't hear back and forth there. Ah, excellent. Well,
I will only agree if we have access to that tower, in so much to see her.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. You can. I will make sure you have the proper accesses to access my office, which I will. I don't need a lot of room, so I can change things around to make it more comfortable for a normal living individual.
Wait. Wait 1 second. Yeah, a lot has been going on, and sorry, I'm just a bit scared of trusting the tower. I haven't been there myself, but do you know of a person called Carrie?
He does. If you
Yeah?
recall, we called him when we were
Yeah,
out of the
and
city.
and therefore
Which I've yet to thank
he's
him for, but I was waiting for an opening in the conversation.
he's been traveling around to the different protocols, and one of the protocols is at the top of that tower. And so far, all the protocols we've met have been manipulated by him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If he asserts some type of control in that manner, that may explain why it was so hard for me to find any evidence of his passing through Neap or otherwise.
So
By the way, Gobs, your friend is safe. She's back up north with her family in Pheotian.
That makes me very happy. I've not really been able to.
Yes, I went back to her shop where she said that she shot this Carrie, but there was a blood splatter that would be indicative of a short-range shotgun blast to the face, but no face and no person, and there was confusing results from the DNA pulled from that.
Yeah. I think it might be a good idea to tell you what Carrie is at that point. Since you are an investigator, and I know it's kind of what you do, might as well give you the answer right away. Save you some time.
Oh my. Is this something the little one should hear?
No, not yet. I think.
Oh,
I don't know.
she said she's already pulled all of this knowledge from your minds while you were sleeping and knows all about it.
Oh, great.
So,
Wonderful.
I tell you what, let's be time efficient with this then, since it seems like you're in a bit of a hurry. I can have her fill me, and his eyes kind of blink out and kind of do that kind of flutter like they're depowering for a second. He goes, oh, okay. That, yes, that can be painful. So please don't do that to an organic. And please, any other beings like myself, please get permission first so that we can make sure that there's proper buffering available. That almost blew out a memory circuit, and that would not have been enjoyable.
Don't ask her for knowledge on magic. That'll destroy your mind.
Oh, well, I need that, so I would like to keep that.
Hey, can you
yes,
give me knowledge on magic?
Please don't! Please,
Do you
Lily?
actually say that?
Lily?
Oh, hold on. Did you actually say that?
Let's Gobx. Yes.
Oh,
She would have
Everybody?
said it, but with a big grin, like I'm not being serious, and I fully know that will do nothing to change the situation.
So since she knows you're being obnoxious, she is going to pull a prank on you.
All right.
You do get a mind full of spells. It's the blue magic spellbook that gets pushed into your brain.
The horny magic.
The horny magic. Yep.
Oh. I'm guessing just knowledge about it and not the ability to cast it.
Correct, but you do know that they exist now, and it both horrifies you and arouses you at the same time.
It does not horrify now.
Oh, no. No. There's some stuff in there. There's some stuff in there. No, don't even try to play.
I have that book.
I also have that book.
No, there's some stuff in there that you're just like, ah. All right.
I need to learn how to do some of the things.
Nate,
I need to test something.
What? Jeez. One of the interesting things is that the head centurion is not under the normal protocols. So I will make sure that she is behind his authority.
All right.
Does Milla have a headache from that info dump?
She has a headache and needs fresh underpants.
Oh, goodness.
You don't want to know why. It's not why you think.
No, it's for every reason.
Yes, exactly. That was my point.
Why does it smell like a wet dog in here suddenly? Anyways, so yeah. Yes, I will take her with me and keep her safe.
Oh, the lead centurion, since you'll be under his, can we get some sort of way to communicate with him, like an email or something, just in case anything comes up?
He doesn't really. I mean, I think in his downtime he plays around on the internet, but I don't know of an email or a phone. He just communicates to us like we communicate. We can all sense and talk to each other. If you need to speak to him, though, he's always at the front desk of the main tower through the main entrance.
I mean, we
Well,
could.
just give him my number, so in case there's a problem.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, Lily, I'm sure you know more about him than we do. If you trust him, then go with him. We will be back, hopefully soon. I'll be sure to spend some time with you, and we'll go and wherever you want to go. To the park, to get food, watch movies.
She gets up and she walks. She kind of skips over and gives you a big hug.
I'll miss you.
Miss you
And
too.
don't ever give him an inch, and I point at the construct. You're in charge.
Of course, just like you taught us. And then she lets go of you and she runs over and gives Talah a big hug as well.
Why did she say us?
You don't know. I'm gonna hug her back.
Don't get too many boyfriends while you're gone. They take
What?
up too much of your time. No boyfriends. No boyfriends.
She's
I will
jealous
not
of
share
you.
you.
She's jealous.
Yes, she's jealous.
What boyfriend?
I see the way
Sure.
they look at you with their haughty eyes.
I mean, it was very weird. This lich guy today just serenaded me, I guess.
They are not worthy of you.
Word.
Then you did his hair.
And I did his hair, yeah. He didn't have
She
hair.
probably already knows. She reads your mind without permission.
I'm still going to tell her.
It has more meaning when it's told voluntarily, Father.
I'm surprised you appreciate. No, maybe I shouldn't be surprised.
The lack of efficiency means that there is effort put behind it, and that adds meaning.
I'm worried that she's read anything going on in my mind. Actually, no, that would explain why she did what she just did.
I'm not that worried.
I
Well,
know. You're only worried about one thing, Mama.
Yes.
It'll be okay. I'll eat the Frosty Boy.
At least there's nothing going on in my mind.
Devour his soul.
Hmm?
Conquer his
Oh.
realm for my own.
That's my girl.
That sounds cool.
Just make
it's
sure that
winter.
he doesn't get you.
No one could win my heart. Is that what you meant? Or did you mean something else?
You know the thing I worry about? That's not just for one person. That's more like everyone I care about. That includes you.
Well, of course you care about me. You're Mama. Okay, Mr. Porcelain Face Man, let's go get all of the snacks we'll need for the sleepover. And she grabs his hand and begins to pull him out. And she's already got a backpack packed with her blanket and her pillow and her stuffed raven that she carries around.
Well, she's got Roscoe. She's got real Roscoe.
Is Roscoe, real Roscoe going to go with her?
Yeah, real Roscoe's abandoned me and has joined up with her.
That's right. Yeah, real Roscoe's on her shoulder, and she has stuffed Roscoe under her arm, and she's pulling
Chorizo.
Chariotto out the door.
I give Roscoe a scritch as he's moving by me on his shoulder. Look after her. As always.
He does that feather rustle.
Good boy. I'll give you some mealworms when I get back.
And we're gonna get Twizzlers and Skittles and lots and lots of Coke. The soda. Keep your mind out of the gutter, Porcelain Man, and keeps pulling him. I didn't think of anything but the beverage. And this is the last thing you hear as he's pulled out the door.
Remember real food. Oatmeal is good.
No, it
Dragons-
isn't.
Dragons can survive on rocks
Pizza
and
is-
stew.
Pizza's the best. She's yelling it down the hallway as they're walking away.
Try a calzone, they're good too.
Calzones is pizzas, but they're harder to eat.
You can eat it like a sandwich. And it's got more sauce in it and more cheese.
It's a bloody mess.
It's
Depends
so
on whether
good.
the place makes it with sauce.
They
I've
don't
seen-
go there because they're heathens.
If it's not made
Alright.
of sauce, it's a stromboli.
All right.
How far away are we from this conversation?
Yelling it from the balcony. To the
We're yelling it out the
street.
window at this point.
There are real Italian bakers out there. You idiots have it all wrong.
We're annoying all our
obnoxious.
neighbors.
All right.
We're
so,
obnoxious, but at least we're consistent.
Nathan. Good stuff.
All right. So that is that taken care of. By the way, speaking of that, I need to recover my email.
So I'm gonna go get a makeover.
You're gonna go do what?
Let's look at the picture.
Oh yeah. Vaporwave. Vaporwave. Vaporwave APAC.
Vaporwave. Anyways,
all right. So what are you
we
guys
ready to
doing?
go?
Think so.
We have a tomb to unveil, to penetrate, uncover its secrets, and desecrate it.
I'm down for all of that.
And
Let's
then put
go.
a ring on it?
No.
Yeah, a ring means I'm serious. This is for fun.
Yeah.
Isn't this about retrieving a ring?
Well, I don't want to put a ring on. It's not for me. The job is. You're making fun of me. It storms off.
By the
A
way,
little bit.
Talah, did Lich really assume that you were me grown up?
I'm unsure, but I think at first, maybe.
Remind me to kick him in the shins when we see him next.
Why? It was a lovely thing that he said. It was awkward, but it was lovely nonetheless.
Yes, but I'm me.
Well,
I'm sorry, I really do like you, but I don't want people to think that you are me.
I
And
mean,
this
fair
Lich
enough.
is certainly more eloquent than I could ever be.
Well, you're a better person overall.
You're actually a person. How about that?
Gee, thanks.
Well, you have that one over him. You getting all jealous and mopey.
You look a lot better, you smell a lot better, you have a lot of useful skills.
What about that oatmeal?
Yeah, that's why I
Keeps
asked
me
you to bring
regular.
yours.
Anyways. Go.
Yay!
I mean, it's walking. Well, I'm assuming we're bantering as we're walking down the hallway.
We're
Oh,
doing
out the
that thing
door.
where there's this one spot on a bridge that triggers the banter, and currently we're running in circles to keep triggering it.
Pick up
there's
on Islenissa.
Is the person at the desk gonna say anything to us as we're leaving?
No.
Beautiful.
All right. So you guys have exited your apartment building. It's roughly a 10-day by foot journey based off the map. So, because it's almost halfway to Burcoin from here.
Don't we still have the horses? Weren't they just put at a stable or something?
We do.
Mhm.
We put them at a stable, yes, and I don't think we ever brought them with us. How many days have we been in the city?
It's been 4 or 5.
come over
Didn't
to the horses and they've
arrange
just started a
stuff?
gang war.
Mm-hmm. Otho took care of it.
Yeah. So we
I
should just be
believe-
able to go pick them up.
Yep, they're at the stable on the north side of the city.
I don't like having to ride that thing again. Well. Oh no, wait. I did shift with
We switched.
with Talah. Never mind. I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
they're up here.
Yeah. Let's go
And
get 'em.
then we can ride around town and down and out.
I said, what are the rules for riding a horse through town? Are you allowed? Are there streets where you can, but others where you can't?
For the most part, it's allowed.
Okay.
You just have to obey the same laws that traffic has, and pedestrians always take right away.
Mhm.
So that's why it's
But
not
we
too
don't-
terribly common.
But no rules on horse droppings.
No, it's something that is dealt with differently based off of where it's at.
All right.
So they're not super common in the city. So
It's more like it's more so we're not stopped by a centurion going, "Did you bring horsey bag?"
oh god, that'd be awful. It'd be a horsey backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see too much in the way of horses inside the city, though.
Just a lot of people being stuck in traffic in cars.
There's lots of public transportation between the monorails and lifts and things like that.
Is there a metro
Monorail.
system?
Yeah, there's a metro system around the town.
Ooh.
It's
So-
really from district to district more so than to specific places.
So we're gonna go pick up Stephen, Fluffles, Randall, aka the Cobbler, Princess, and Rufus.
Okay.
What?
And then that's the name of all the horses.
Mhm.
You named my horse.
Every
No,
horse
they
had a
had
name from the get-go.
names.
They've always had names. You just didn't pay attention.
We had been talking to them, remember?
Talking to the horses?
Yeah, she talked to the
Yeah.
horses. Yours is the posh one.
Not Theodore Horse, that's Stephen.
Fluffles Stephen Horse. That's Abraham's.
Wait, what? I thought Stephen was the not Theodore and Fluffles was the other one.
But yeah, I would say you'll notice that most people don't ride their horses through the city. It's considered like if you have a horse you would want to ride it around.
All right. I mean,
Right.
we can also do that.
I mean, if we can ride horses, it's allowed. Fine.
It just-
We'll walk, just whatever. Let's go.
We just
Um,
shouldn't go through this district.
Yeah, that's sort of my point with that. We should probably just go around.
Yeah, probably best to just go around.
All right, are you going to go west and around that way, or are you going to go east?
West, considering there's no bridge to the east, I think.
You are correct. So you're going to go west. So it takes
One
about
one quick question though.
Go
Mhm.
west.
On the way to the stables, do we pass like any kind of person selling green apples?
Give me a percentile dice.
Oh god. That's just a D100, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
51.
Nope.
Oh shit. I really wanted to get green apples for the cobbler.
Are you s-
Sadness.
Are you still letting him exploit you like that?
No, it was just something that I wanted to do.
All right.
All right. So to get up, get the horses, get everything packed up, and then then go around the city to get back out here on this this southwestern side of the city. That all put together is going to take you about half a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're there. I will say this, as you get here, because the last time you came up the road, and this time you're much closer to the city wall. Once you get on this south side, that's where you can start to see the encampment of the Army of the Red Hand. So you see probably out in the field, just I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000+ tents, all with probably hundreds of cook fires, a larger pavilion tent. You can see the flags raised that are the stark white flags with a bloody clawed handprint on them, and that is the army of the devils that are assailing the Free People's Ward.
You said they had like big old cook pits out. What are they cooking there?
Well, I'm assuming you're far enough away that you can't see. I'm just saying you can see the cook fires.
Okay.
Also, every time you grunt, we can hear it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just letting you know. You're either having a rough time or a good time.
Might just need a drink of water. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, so just letting you know, so you're probably going to have to go due south for a little bit to skirt around all of that.
All good.
No,
Let's avoid that conflict, shall we?
As the
All
crow
right.
flies straight through their camp. No.
So, who has the map?
I
Otho.
presume either Otho or Nate.
I
don't
believe
know.
Otho has it.
I think Otho did. He said, I have the map.
I was just saying shit.
He has not put it in his inventory in that case.
Yep. So I'm assuming Otho would hand off the map to Nate. So Nate, give me a survival check in order to navigate, because there is not a road that goes the direction you're going.
Well, I'm gonna channel my inner Nate.
Woohoo!
All right. So your first day of travel goes pretty smoothly. You're able to make good time. You're not losing any time, even though you're traveling through these long, grassy kind of featureless plains. But you've got the good general direction of where you're going. So things are going well. When you camp down for the evening, what are you guys doing for rations that evening?
Magically created food.
In what way?
Let me see what spells he has, because he said he could make food.
Great
Great food and water.
I don't
Also,
actually see that
don't
on...
forget, you guys have a interdimensional pocket place.
I'd
Yeah.
say we're probably going to be using that as well. I actually don't see
Probably,
great
though.
food and water on his list of prepared spells. But he is a cleric, so he can prepare it.
And Nate has
Abraham.
rations and oats.
Yes.
Remind me, the token that you have to get into that place, what color was the slot? I believe it was blue, was it not?
It is in my inventory.
Oh, it's in your inventory?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just have it listed as a magic key.
Blue, is it blue slots in that are the most basic slots? Is it blue?
It's
Or is it
Um,
red?
it's the very basic one we have. We have not yet upgraded
It's red?
it in any
Okay,
way.
so it's red. Okay, so let's kind of fast forward to that evening. You guys have all set up camp, and you're activating that to go into the quantum superposition sanctuary to eat. Is
Yes,
that
the
correct?
quantum position super sanctuary.
Yes. Gobs. Gobs?
Yes, I muted my mic because apparently my fan could be heard.
No, it wasn't your fan. It was you making weird grunting noises.
No,
Like
I'm
you
also
were
your
shifting.
fan.
Yeah, like you were shifting, going, and all that stuff. Anyways, as you use the idol to step into the sanctuary, I need you and everybody else to make a dexterity saving throw. And if any of you can see in complete darkness, you get advantage on it.
In complete
Okay.
darkness. I have dark vision.
I have devil's sight, so I definitely can.
Yep.
I don't
Still
have
as
dark
well.
vision.
Does dark vision count? I don't know.
Nope. Nope. Wait. No.
No.
Yes.
Yes, it would, because it's low light vision. That wouldn't count.
Low light vision doesn't exist.
Okay. Then if you have dark vision of any kind, you can make it with advantage.
All right, then I'll just roll again.
That last one is Oath.
I just rolled the same thing. So,
Okay.
You know.
Let's take a look.
Otho wins.
Otho wins every time.
It's not a win. It's
Not
a
even if
you-
he's not here.
So Otho's the only one. No. Pip. So Pippin, you're the only one who doesn't make the save. Suddenly, when you use that, even though it's dusk, right? It's right on that tail end of it turning dark. As you use it, everything goes like pitch black, and you feel the ground kind of sink away from you. And everybody's able to catch themselves except for Nate. Nate, you're not expecting it, and you fall hard. And you're laying on a hard, smooth surface that is incredibly cold. And it's pitch
Oh.
black.
What do the rest of us see happen?
You guys, even throughout your devil sight, you do see it in your darkness sight. It does grow very, very dark, even to your vision. And in that moment, it takes your eyes to adjust to that other mode of seeing. You feel yourselves kind of pulled and dropped, and you drop about 3 feet, and you land on a clearish blue surface. It almost looks like you're standing on a sheet of ice, and it is cold. What you're standing on.
I
So
use
look-
prestidigitation to create a flame in my hand to get my flashlight out.
Okay, so you create the flame, you get your flashlight out, and you notice first you are standing on this. Just as far as you can see, it's a it looks like basically a sheet of ice that you're standing on. But there's also, like, next to you, there's this gigantic, large plant, this real leafy green plant. And then there's some weird orangish yellow rocks in the distance from you. It's a weird environment that you're in.
Where in the world are we?
Hello?
Nate, as you're laying there on the ground, you realize, oh man, this is cold. Oh no, it's ice. Oh no, are we there? And then you realize it's not ice. It's the ground is really smooth, incredibly cold stone, as best as you can tell what it is.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Where is everyone?
And you are all right around each other.
Abe, do you sense any form of magic going on here?
I'll need a moment. Never prepare this spell. Always have to do this 10-minute little thing.
I mean, isn't this whole place magic?
Well, yes. But it's never done what it's doing right now, and there's no one else around. It's like, what do we see around us?
Just the landscape as I've described it.
So just a bit of vegetation and some rocks, correct?
Mm-hmm. But when I say giant, I mean like 80-foot tall, green leafy plant is immediately all around you. And then in the gap between the leaves that you can see to a single direction, you do see some yellowish orange. It looks like a cliff of yellowish orange out in the distance, but it's quite a ways away from you.
Talah's gonna move towards the plant itself. Kind of
Okay.
just lift a leaf with her hand.
Yeah, the leaves are super thick, and it's like trying to pick up, like if somehow a leaf was 1.5 feet thick, that's
Mhm.
what you're looking at.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Hang
give
on a
me-
second.
Give me a nature
Go ahead.
check.
Okay. Not that great.
You know, it's weird because you've seen this leaf before, but it wasn't this big. What you're looking at is a gigantic version of a celery leaf.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I was wondering what that was.
You guys?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't, you
This-
just broke my
this
concentration.
is-
What?
This is celery. As in
It's-
really, really big celery.
So someone took the world's most boring vegetable and made it really big.
Yeah, or
Mm,
the other way around, Gobx.
I look at the ground more
Mhm.
closely. What
Mhm.
could I infer it's made out of if I was larger?
Give me an investigation check.
Crit fail on a +8. Nice.
It's some type of clear stone. That's about all you can really figure out about it.
Are we even in the sanctuary?
Don't think so. Are you able to dispel magic by any case? By any
Yes.
chance?
Yes. Let me
Okay,
finish
that-
casting this spell. You keep interrupting me.
Sorry.
I'll go back to casting Detect Magic ritually.
I
Mm.
am gonna try and wild shape into a giant owl.
Okay.
Because I don't know whether wild shape works in this scenario.
Yeah, you're able to wild shape into a giant owl.
And I'm going to take off and just kind of do a little sweep, see what I can see.
So as you almost have to kind of like flap hop because of the density of all the leaves and everything to
Mhm.
get up. And when you get to the very top of the giant celery, as you look around above you, you see another sheet of that cold bluish clear stone above you.
Yeah.
As you're up top and you look out, you can see that yellowish orange mountain and cliff.
Yeah.
You can see it better, and from this angle, you realize it's not a cliff at all. It's a giant piece of cheese.
I think we're in the fridge. I say as I come back down and undo my wild shape because I can't talk in wild shape. I
In the
really
what?
need to get
And the
this
time
whole
it takes
thing.
her to get up and come back down, Abraham, you will have finished casting detect magic. And you will detect that just like anytime you're in a pocket dimension, there's kind of that background feel of, magic. So you sense that, but you do not sense anything magical about the giant vegetable and nothing magical other than the normal magic stuff you would see on yourselves.
So, we
Are super small.
are not ensorcelled in any ways.
Nope.
We're just in another dimension.
I think we're in the place where we wanted to go, just super small and in the fridge. Because that's cheese.
Huh.
Well, food is covered.
Okay, let's get to the door. If we're in the
That'd be-
fridge, let's find it.
Yeah, also, aren't we supposed to leave before an hour's passed?
I think we get kicked out.
Let's just hope we then go back to our regular sizes, shall we?
Or we just start eating.
You really want to pretend to be a mouse?
Who knows what that would do to you once you return to normal size?
What do you mean?
Well, it's meant to be the size that it is. If you're bigger, then does it get big inside you too? Or does it stay small and therefore unsatisfying?
So I mean, he'd just go hungry again.
Right,
Yeah,
he's
but-
eating a tiny portion for his tiny now stomach, and then he gets bigger And now he had a tiny piece of cheese for a mouse. He's a full-grown man again.
Let's just see if we can get out of this.
Yes.
So as you start to head towards the cheese thing, the leaves are incredibly cluttered. So you will need to give me a survival check to make sure you're going in the right direction, and you will also I'm gonna say whoever's in the lead and is kind of like doing the whole jungle, I'm using a machete to cut our way through type thing. I need. I wasn't gonna say an attack roll. I was gonna say a con save.
So all of
To
us roll a
avoid being
survival?
exhausted. So whoever's leading a survival and also whoever's leading a constitution saving throw.
I could just want to see what other vegetables I can notice in here. I'm intrigued by the fact there's giant fruit and veggies.
So right now you can just see the celery, and you guys are kind of in the celery stalk where the leafy part is.
Hmm,
And the cheese is you have to go out the top to get to it.
gotcha.
Someone keep check on Talah that he continues to follow us.
Come on, Talah. I'm
Just put a collar on them and pull them along.
I
put
mean,
a
the only
collar on
other
a
way
woman.
to look at this like this is with a goddamn microscope, and I don't have that on me all the time, and Otho
We-
won't let me use it all the time.
Talah, we are in danger. This is a dangerous environment to be in.
How is this dangerous?
We're not supposed to be this size, nor in this location for an extended period of time.
So
Who knows if we can escape to fulfill our think of Lily.
Just 5 more minutes?
And then another 5 minutes after that? And then another 5
Break
minutes after
something
that?
off and bring it with you.
like just a chunk of the leaf would probably weigh like 40 pounds.
We're the size
if
of
it was
ants.
normal size. Yeah. So as you guys, so Nate, you're able to lead everybody directly out towards the cliff of cheddar.
The cheese.
And
Cheddar
and
The
as
cheddar
you guys start to get out of the leafy part, suddenly a terrifyingly bright light goes on above you. As the door, which you can now see to your right as the light kicks on, opens.
Do we see a
and-
familiar face?
You do see a familiar face.
Oh, the door's to my right.
Mm-hmm. The familiar face you see is this one.
Oh no.
Hot dog man! We're tiny!
As you see Azaltir, the Slod who originally imprisoned you in the first trial of the Superposition Sanctuary. Yet, yes, I know you're tiny. I'm. All right, so
Hi.
hi.
Hmm.
Here's the deal.
Another one.
Mm-hmm. My bosses really want to know why you're talking to all the pieces of Gilgamesh.
Because we want to.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a little bit more specificity.
I'm going to need a little bit more size.
That can be arranged if you tell me what's going on.
Uh-huh.
We're just going around the city talking to people. What's so wrong with that?
All right, it's evident that you guys need a little bit more time in the cooler
No.
to be ready to tell me what I. So you guys figure it out. I'll be back in a little bit, and he shuts the door. He cracks it back open and goes, "Oh, I will do one nice thing for you as a gesture of goodwill." And he flicks a switch at the very top that's almost beyond where you can see. He goes, "That'll keep the lights on for you," and he shuts the door again.
Why
Okay,
does the
how much
church
more
have that
vegetables
option?
are around us?
Hmm? I didn't hear what you said, Talah.
How many more vegetables are around us other than the celery?
So as you get out, you can just kind of see it's the horizon is made up of various different things you would see in a refrigerator. You see to your left, you can see a tub of Tupperware that's got that's full of like leftover spaghetti. You can see like a plastic package of tomatoes. But you can even tell from this distance that those tomatoes don't look quite good. They look like they're a little rotten. You can see, obviously, there's a plate there with a sliced slab of cheese on it. You also see a club sandwich with a little toothpick stuck in it at the top, with little olives, so 2 toothpicks and olives stuck into it. And actually nearby, there is a 6-pack of tiny baby sodas.
As in our size?
They would be about chest high on you. No, they'd be smaller than that. They'd be about waist high.
Wait, we're the size of ants, though. Our cans.
So they're like a Yakult. I don't know if you guys know that at all.
They're the little cans.
Okay.
So you're not the size of ants. The celery was disproportionate to bring about the effect I wanted.
Right.
One of those cans is on its side, and it kind of starts rolling over to you.
Okay.
And then it stops.
Hmm.
Kind of
Go
go
around to the
towards the
other side of it.
can.
Perception.
I'm just walking over.
It's a can.
Is it open?
Nope.
Why did it move?
Gonna just walk around it towards the other sodas.
They're all sitting in their little rings, their little soda rings. This one was not in the ring.
Yeah, but it started rolling towards us, so I'm checking if anyone or anything is hiding there.
What applied force to it to make it move is kind of the question we're
Exactly.
having.
Mm-hmm.
Detect
So-
magic still? Nothing?
Still nothing.
Anything, anyone I can see that may have pushed the can towards us?
Alright. See invisibility.
I will say, Talah, as you walk around it,
Yeah.
There's a point where you kind of look back to the other cans, and when you look back, it's sitting up now.
So the can that I was watching is now suddenly standing up.
Yeah, when she looked away, it popped up onto its bottom.
Animate object! It's alive! Kill it!
Whoa, calm down!
What? It just stood up in front of me.
So?
Are you actually attacking it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, hit with the firebolt.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Stop!
Hold on. None of you guys said you had anything prepared. So Nate, your arrow hits and does damage. As it does, it stands up, little arms and legs pop out, and it begins to cry.
Who are you?
Hold on. Let me finish what's happening before you add more things to it. Jeez.
No. Plane shift.
Talah, that's what you see crying at you.
Aww.
As the Eldritch Blast hits it in the back. The first one... Do I have stats for these guys?
Oh no.
First one does not
You-
hit, but the second one does. Roll damage.
Are you gonna make us feel bad for killing a cute soda?
Yes!
No, I will not feel bad for this.
All right.
Refuse.
This
The
Eldritch
3 is not
Blast...
supposed to be there because I don't have Hexblade on.
Yep, the Eldritch Blast hits, one goes wide, and the second one, Talah, hits it in the back and blows out through its face. And it stops crying. However, I need you, Talah,
Yeah?
to do a reflex saving throw, please. Or a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, you're not showing that picture in D20 for people to see.
I know.
What have
14?
we done?
You do make the save as it explodes, being hit, and the soda inside of it sprays everywhere. You take 10 points of acid damage as the carbonic soda sprays all over you.
Ow!
At that moment, the sandwich that you saw over to the side pops up onto its own legs.
God.
It pulls the two, or no, it's going to leave those in for now. And it walks over it kind of runs over and starts rubbing the soda cans that are left. He looks
Don't
over at
say
you
it
guys
like that.
and he starts taking the rings off. And you notice a second sandwich was behind him and it stands up and they walk over and they start taking care of the soda cans that all are now awake and they're all now crying.
Okay.
I am very close to them. I'm like right next to them.
I know. So let's go ahead and put everybody on the map
Oh god.
just so we know where everyone's at.
Those are some
Do you want us
tiny
to do that?
sandwiches.
Are you pulling us in, or
Yeah, I'll pull you in. So I figure Nate's probably over here.
I'm like
And-
right here or something.
Then Talah's going to be right here.
Yeah.
And then Gobs, I figured you'd be kind of close to her. Otho's probably back here. Abraham, you're probably in the back as well, correct? About like so. Does that look good for everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
Can't control mine.
Just gonna ask, have you guys all seen the movie called, I think it's Sausage Party?
I'm aware of its existence.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what reminds me of that.
You should have control now.
I have 0 control. As in I cannot move Talah.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. Now I can. Beautiful. Thank you.
Can everybody confirm that they can control their character?
Yes, I can control both of the ones I'm supposed to control.
Okay.
yeah?
Cool.
I can also
Um,
control Nate.
What? Please don't.
I'm not gonna.
I think I know why.
I know Nate is submissive, but still.
Yeah, that was the joke.
All right. So, this sandwich is going to pick up this little soda can like a baby.
We're not seeing
And
any
chuck it.
What do you mean?
re-pinging. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That one. Okay.
This sandwich can pick up this soda can like a baby.
Mhm.
And in his very grumpiness, he's going to move here and he's going to move here. And he's going to start grumbling at you in baloney. Do you speak baloney?
I mean, I speak Druidic, and that's pretty much the same.
All right. He is going to take the little baby can in both hands, look at you, and then he's going to shake that baby. And then he's going to open the lid and aim it at you. So I
Yeah.
need, let's do the measurement.
Tearing off its head?
Yep, he opens the tab.
Someone has definitely watched Sausage Party.
Yep.
I haven't watched it. Okay, everyone.
You should just see the trailer, Soundscream.
I'm
shit you
familiar
not.
with it. I know what it is. I just haven't watched it on purpose.
I have.
All right, so
I regret
everyone,
nothing.
because of the angle he's doing it at, needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
And I'm right up at his face. Oh, that's gonna
Mhm.
go great.
Where are the stats for the soda sprite?
Soda Sprite?
Mm-hmm.
That was an
As in a
8.
fairy.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm
Mhm.
right up as it.
Oh, these are fairies. So Nate should have picked up on us instantly.
No, that's just what he's called. He's actually a construct.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I also speak Sylvan. Does
And
that
this is a
count for
DC
something?
16. All right, and this one's the bigger one because it's a
Both
forceful
me and Oath
one.
fail.
Where I keep putting stuff in places where I can't find it. That's right. It's that
Here's the
much.
question: if you die by soda, do you actually die?
Yeah, pretty sure we die in this dimension because this god doesn't care.
Well, I'm asking God.
Okay, so if you made the saving throw, you take 15 points of acid damage. If you failed it, you will take 30 points of acid damage.
I rolled an 8.
That means you failed it because it's a DC 14. And this little soda can is dead. That he just used
30
to spray.
points.
30 if you failed it, 15 if you made it.
What was the DC again?
14.
Is Nate
I'm
almost
gonna
dead?
die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, same.
Do you want us to roll initiative?
Yep, we're going to roll initiative here in just a second. They keep changing these controls, and it's driving me up a wall.
It's not even gonna be close.
How many hit points do you have left, Nexus? How many do you have left?
This guy had 3.
How do you have that little hit points?
Nexus,
I'm a ranger boy.
how many do you have?
Yes, you have D10.
Where are the
Yes,
new controls?
And
Oh,
I
don't-
roll like shit. You know this.
All right, now it's time for initiative. Turn. 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 Is that everybody? And then...
Just checking my thingy here. Also, I can't be surprised, by the way.
I don't know. I don't think you were expecting the sandwich to spray you with a soda can and almost kill you. It's pretty surprising.
I mean, the ability
Yeah,
says
but
you
there
can't be
was no-
surprised.
Yeah, but there was no advantage against you at all.
Yeah, I know.
I am not okay. I took 40 damage, you guys, so far. I don't have that many hit points either, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh, there goes the turn order. Bye.
Oh, that nabbit. There it goes.
There it is.
All right, everybody do initiative, and boop. All right,
Oh,
Nate.
no.
It is your turn, sir. What would you like to do as you stand on the glass shelf inside of a refrigerator being attacked by club sandwiches and soda cans? Also,
Nick?
Nate, because
Yeah.
of your alert ability. Oh, hold on.
Oh no, people.
Kids, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe Prince.
Okay. So just to be clear, you did notice when they died, when the gobs hit it that second time, it did explode and cause damage around it. So that's something to be mindful of. Also, with your alert, I will tell you that. Oh goodness. You sense that that what you're seeing are not the only threats. You don't know what else is coming, but this is not the only thing that's here.
Yep.
Do we know how
So-
big the explosion is? 10 feet? 20?
It was within 10 feet of it,
So if this one blows, I am dead.
potentially.
So, gonna run up behind Talah and tell the knowledge I just had that they're gonna explode as they saw, and there are more around us. I don't know where.
What is the radius on that explosion?
10?
10.
10
10.
feet.
The explosion you saw was a 10-foot
So-
radius.
Yep.
And then he is gonna throw one of these at Talah. Oh, that sucks.
It's still 8 hit points. And I'm very appreciative of that.
When you say you're gonna throw one at her, oh, you cast it. I'm sorry. For some reason, I was like, "Hey, look, this isn't Baldur's Gate 3. You can't throw potions at people. It's not how that works." I gotcha. I see
Okay,
you
Hey, it
measuring.
worked.
Sin.
It
Everybody
worked.
sees you
a
measuring. Sin.
massive anvil thing.
Oh,
that?
I won't broadcast it.
You're still broadcasting. I can still see it. Never mind.
You can still see it. They can't.
And Nate is gonna move on over here. After that, and it's been too long.
Doesn't it look
What can I
weird,
even
sound
do?
screen?
Your mic is all weird.
Yeah. Oh no.
Uh-oh. So, can I roll anything to detect what this is?
Testing.
What is?
These creatures.
Like what kind of a creature they are?
Yeah, their nature.
I mean, I guess you could do an Arcana check.
Their creature type is beverage.
They're of the type Coca-Cola.
Nah, this is definitely Dr. Pepper.
It's my I'm thinking the Horizon Walker thing. Just if
What?
this is some screwy Fey business.
No, it's not. It's not Fey
Arcana
related. Yeah.
There.
Wow.
Oh, wow. They strike you as very much. All of these that you can see here feel very much like constructs.
Yeah.
In that 20, I will let you know that they are constructs.
So they're constructs of some sort. Nate yells out. And that's all I can do this turn, I think.
Okay. Mr. Grissom, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do, or what am I going to do? Two different things.
Be an ass is apparently what you would like to do. So what are you going to do?
Save Talah.
Save Talah? All right, let's see it.
Talah,
Yeah,
don't
you-
resist!
What?
Vortex warp. She's behind Otho now.
He's asking for consent, Talah. Do you give it?
I don't know what he's trying to do.
He literally
A good
said,
touch.
"Don't resist." So the question to you is, something's about to happen to you. Are you
You
going
f-
to resist it?
I'm casting a spell on you to move you.
She doesn't know it.
I know.
So if
Don't
if
resist,
Talah
I'll
hears-
save you!
Okay, you just heard Abraham say that. What would you do?
Then
Would you
I won't
or would you
resist.
let it happen?
If it's
Okay.
just don't resist, it's gonna be confusion and then probably resisting. But if he says I'll save
Okay.
you, then sure.
All right, so she does not resist. Where are you moving her to?
Behind Otho.
All right, cool. Move her, please. Or Talah, move to where he pinged.
Yeah,
There?
directly behind Otho.
Oh, directly
Yep.
mine. Okay.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's what I did. It's not what I wanted to do. That's what I did.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to do?
Move back, please.
Yeah, sure. Let's stand in a straight line.
He said move back. I was like, what do you want me to do?
Just away from them.
Oh, they still get to me. There. You happy? I'm done.
Okay. It is Soda Sprite number 1's turn. And very happily and giggling is going to go boop, 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 boop.
Would you call it bubbly?
Yes, it is. It has a very bubbly personality. It's going to run up there, and it is going to try to bite you.
All right.
How?
How?
With its
It has a
little bitty
mouth.
See his little bitty mouth? On his cute little face? That got blown out right in front of your eyes, and it's going to give you nightmares?
Well, that was in my face, but thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was talking about. Your face. You're I was talking about. All right, let's see if he can hit you. Boop.
I thought it was trying to bite, not hit.
Oh my word. He gums on your leg. He can't actually bite you very well, so he does no damage. That is the end of his turn.
Wonderful.
It is now your turn, Gobs. What would you like to do? As you have an adorable can trying to gnaw at your knee. They are small, by the way.
Yes, I see that. Okay, give me a moment because I think I'm going to be moving. Yes, I'm going to.
I should have changed the music.
I'm going to utilize one of my goblin features to disengage as a bonus action.
Okay, you successfully disengage.
To there. And now I am going to cast a spell. Give me a moment.
Recycle.
Yeah, I think this one. Okay, I'm just going to measure a few things to make sure that I put it right.
Sure.
So, yeah, right there. You know, I can get it closer. I can get it there. Actually, there. You see right here, right? Sorry, right there. I'm going to put down a sickening radiance.
Okay.
It is a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point I can choose, which is the center of this sphere.
Okay. And what does it do?
A dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The light spreads around corners and it lasts until the spell ends. The spell lasts for up to 10 minutes, its concentration. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage, as well as suffering a level of exhaustion. And the creature now emits a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius. The light makes it impossible for the creature to benefit from being invisible. The light and any levels of exhaustion caused by the spell go away when the spell ends.
Okay, link it in the thing so I can see it again.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, there it is. I could have just done that. I'm sorry. Also, I don't think the spell save is correct for it at this level. It is not. That spell save should be too higher. It should be 17.
Why
Okay.
would this work on constructs?
Why wouldn't it work on constructs?
Wait, no, it should be 15. That is right. My bad. I did math wrong.
I mean that's the weird thing, right? Is because it's radiant damage, but it's because they're getting sick.
It's supposed to be radiation.
It's just radiation.
Oh, it's radiation.
Yeah, it's basically I've turned on a big old microwave.
He opened up Chernobyl and he's shining it at them.
It is the
Yeah.
light it is the light from eons beyond that they were never supposed to see or touch. I found light in the void. It's angry.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you my debate on this.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can help me as a fellow DM, and you guys can help chirp in on this. So I'm going to say Gobs does this, but then I want you guys help me figure out whether it would impact or not. If it's supposed to be radiation would strike me as falling under a poison category, and these guys are immune to poison.
Let
if
me
we're
help
going
you
to
out.
take it as radiant energy, that's different.
It depends on whether or not you actually consider this radiation, because there's such a thing as irradiated food, which makes it last longer.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say, even though the title says sickening, I'm going to say it's radiant damage. They are not immune to it.
Yeah, it's called sickening because it gives exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it also
So
doesn't
they're
say
going to be
anything,
immune to the exhaustion effects.
Fair enough.
But the radiant damage will impact for sure.
It's also, as Nexus was about to say, I think it's called sickening because it's a greenish light, like it's sickeningly green.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, is it a poison? What is it? And that's why I was trying to figure it out and work it through. So
Yeah.
good conversation. Good conversation. But yeah, so
and
that's
it
what we'll
doesn't
do.
say anything specific about constructs. So
Yep.
it just affects anything.
Yep, it says creature, so they would qualify under that.
And
All
it's how do I draw out that area, by the way?
You can make it linger.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead of
I was-
instant, choose linger.
I was unaware of
Where,
that.
where did you center it?
There. Right
Okay,
there.
cool. Awesome.
Also, this also affects allies, so please don't step in there.
What you gonna do? I'm stepping on it.
Let me just, I'm just gonna quickly measure my own movement. I started there, disengaged to there, then cast it. And I'm gonna go over there and stop.
Okay.
And that's
All
my
right.
turn.
Excellent. All right, so roll your radiant damage for the first one that's starting their turn in there.
Let's see, it does need to make a Constitution saving throw. There's no, I don't see that it takes half if it succeeds. So it's either fail and take damage or succeed and nothing happens.
Okay. Let's do a con save. You said it's 17?
15. I did math wrong.
All right, the first guy's failed.
All right. He takes 30 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So which one are you? Okay, it's this one. He screams like the sound of a rabbit caught in a trap and explodes. And then when he explodes, his acid sprays out. Which I need my sheet for Sandwich Boy, because he is not.
I don't
immune
see
to
the
that.
damage.
Oh, for some reason I rolled it as while it was an Othokent character.
Yeah, I
don't
see
know
it.
why. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it was to me, so I saw it. It's 30.
I wasn't aware he had said it to you.
He was doing secret stuff to Soundscream, apparently.
Oh,
I was
nope, that's the wrong number.
unaware.
Do that one.
Oh.
No, both of them are set
so
to public.
so he fails, and he's going to take that much damage. So this sandwich takes 17 points of acid damage as the soda can next to him explodes. So that would be 60, 58.
Wouldn't
So
the
you-
other
you-
soda can also get hit?
Yeah, but it's weird. It's almost like he's made out of a material meant to hold the stuff inside of it, so he's immune to it.
Sadness. You know,
Yep.
domino effect would be funny.
Yeah, except for if you'd been standing where you were and Abe did what he was first thinking, he would have detonated all of them at once on you.
Yeah,
And you would be super dead.
yeah.
We got
Not
diamond.
normal dead. Super dead.
Well,
Got
at
a
least
diamond.
Talah then doesn't have to worry about Pip dying anymore.
All right, now second soda can. That's true. She wouldn't. Let's do his save. He rolls a nat 1, so give me that damage again, please.
26.
And
26.
Pip would have his
He
wrist.
also dies. Let's see if that sandwich also fails. So let's do our damage roll. 22. So this guy takes 22 points of damage,
I object.
and he's gone. Othokent's turn.
Othokent is going to try and heal the wounded person behind him. Let us see.
Grabby hand.
Oh, that's a 10-minute cast. Nope, not doing that. Actually, is he going to do that, or is he going to... Give me a moment. He's actually going to cast something else. Let's see, there's no components.
Yeah, he's not gonna heal me at all.
Yeah, he's not going to heal his teammates.
I was thinking more that he was going to cast something to prevent you from dying.
Oh.
But, you know, I can also just have him do a normal heal. Alright, normal heal it is. Upcast to level 3, I'd say.
Initiative tracker.
Initiative tracker has not been moved. There you go, Talah. You are healed for 20.
Nice.
That's weird. On mine it has.
Right, he's supposed to have one more of those because he hasn't used any today. There we go. And that...
Oh, it wasn't liking it because I deleted those guys because they were dead.
Oh. And
So it wasn't moving it on your screen. My bad.
And I do believe he's going to stay where he is to sort of cover for Talah.
Aww.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
Excellent. So, our next soda sprite. Let's see how he does. Does he make the save? He does not make the save. Roll your damage.
Only 18.
18's enough to kill him. Let's see if the sandwich next to him makes the save. He does. So he takes half damage and is not reduced in... Well, the other one reduced his speed.
I put
Woof, that's still 11 points of damage.
I put the full soda cans in the microwave.
You did.
Well, shit nuts.
This sandwich is starting to lose its ability to hold itself together.
Oh no, soggy sandwiches.
Yep.
Paula.
Why? Yes?
It is your turn.
Oh, so it is.
So
Um,
it's funny.
really don't have anything prepared for this.
What, you weren't prepared for a giant microwave on the battlefield?
No! I wasn't prepared for any of this stuff. I mean, they're not exactly that close together. That was a shame. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna throw an ice knife at this one.
Okay.
I hit?
You do indeed hit. Alright.
So the
you
piercing is what the one that got hit takes, and then it explodes, and then it's a DC 15 dex save to
How big is the explosion?
5 feet around it.
Okay, there's nobody close enough to him to worry
Yeah.
about that.
True.
And you'll notice that you hit it pretty solid, and the impact hurts it, but you can see that the ice doesn't seem to hurt it as much as you would think it would. But it's also leaking soda all over the place. It did not handle that hit very well.
Beautiful.
So that'd be that.
And then I am going to move over here.
Is something
All right.
wrong on my screen, or has the sodas that exploded not been removed as tokens?
That's on your screen because I
That's
can
on your
see
screen.
one soda
Okay.
and 2 club sandwiches.
Okay, just refreshing on my end. There we go. That looks a lot better. Although my spell is gone.
For us, it's not. Or at
Ugh.
least for me, it's not.
Okay, it's gone for me.
Oh well, we know where it is. That's my turn, by the way.
All right. So sandwich number 1. He needs to make his save against Doc's evil stuff.
Yes. Against a microwave.
He failed.
Okay.
Apparently Gobs is now... There we go.
Yeah, it was because I refreshed the page.
Oh.
14 points of radiant damage.
We look back at that spell. Suffers 1 level of exhaustion. It's a deep British land, a 5-foot radius. Okay, cool. He's gonna run to there.
Yep.
And he will pull out the 2 olive toothpicks that are stuck into his head, and wield them as swords and stab at Othokent.
I am very happy that I moved away from that location.
Let me
Please
see.
tell me that misses.
Does a 21 hit?
21, yes, it does.
They have a +7?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And it does... That's supposed to be 2d6, not 26 plus 4. Let's do 2d6.
I can't wait for John to realize that he is being attacked by food.
Alright, so that's 15 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And I need you to roll a d20.
Yeah, give me
John
just a
would
moment.
feel so betrayed.
Yeah.
11?
Okay, so when he stabs and he pulls the toothpick out, it does not shatter. And he's going to stab with the other toothpick.
Oh no.
That is a 9.
That is
I
a
assume that
miss.
does not hit.
That's a 9.
Yep. All right, and that is the end of his turn.
By the way, the sandwiches would also take the radiant damage, I believe.
Yeah,
They
he
also
just did.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a can. Never mind, my bad.
Yeah,
The
that's
sandwiches
one you
take a
just did.
lot more
Yeah, my bad.
to take out.
So he's going to sprint, which will take his action to get there, but he does start near things, so let's do his save, which he does not succeed.
That is not a save.
He still doesn't succeed.
28 points of radiant.
Holy shit!
He is really not looking very good. But that was the
Someone
entirety of
eat
his
him.
action.
I mean, what do
However-
you expect for something with olives in it?
Yeah. However, at this moment, before the next round starts, the container of the tomatoes pops open and a rotten tomato rolls out. And he is screaming the entire time. Just, ah!
Your mic cut out,
Yes.
so all we heard was, "Wah!"
Yep. That's fine.
I had nightmares about those as a kid.
As well as Nate, you hear the Tupperware container that's back behind you. The lid pops off and falls over. And the thing falls over, and oozing out comes the gigantic wad of spaghetti. Blah, giant spaghetti.
Ah!
And then
Why is it
behind
furry?
you, behind you, Abraham, the plate that the cheese is sitting on shatters, and the giant wedge of cheese stands up
Where the
Eh.
hell did you get all these images?
as the cheese elemental stands.
The
Cheese
Chelemental.
He
The
uses AI, I
Chelemental.
think.
I
Yeah.
need to ask, does the cheese stand alone?
Yes,
It's the Cheddar Mental.
I put these on the wrong layer. Token layer.
Because this
There.
cheddar is mental.
Token layer.
Okay,
Alright,
I'm gonna stop
then
now. Bad
let
jokes
me
and
I'm
all
gonna
that.
rock
their
your
turn.
fort.
I'm going to add their turns.
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, come on.
It's so
Turn.
good to be your
makes-
friends.
Makes me want to jump off a rat cliff.
Okay.
None
Alright,
of your
and
puns are very sharp.
Stop being such a baby bell.
You guys are all just pun monsters, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, and we are to the top of the turn because
At
coming
least
out
we don't
was
act holy.
their turn. So we are back to Nate at the top as a giant evil spaghetti monster standing in front of, or sliding across the ground at you, and he is massive, as is
Is-
evident by how big
Is
he
it
is.
slightly rotten because of the fur?
Mhm.
Uh,
And yes, I made these with AI, all of them.
They're amazing.
So Nate, what would you like to do, buddy?
Nate would like to start off with Honda's Merc. The description, not the damage. Bring
Mhm.
heck. On this guy.
You have successfully marked him.
And then he is gonna roll Elena Soul. And say, I'm sorry about this. To the sword.
Okay.
As he swings. And misses. Yeah, it doesn't want to hit that either.
Hey, fellow DMs, I need help on a judgment here.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a nat 1, but if it meets, it beats, right?
Meets it, beats it.
That one always
Yeah.
misses.
Yeah, the nat
Yeah.
one specifically states it always.
All right,
Aww.
you do.
Otherwise,
successfully
thank you.
miss. Oh,
Um,
no, that's
yeah,
not even his
extra
right AC.
attack.
Never mind, you wouldn't have hit him anyways. Extra attack does hit.
Yeah. And just gonna. I can do this, right? Yeah, I can't do that this turn because that's another bonus action, but I can do this. Favorite foe.
Okay.
So when I hit. So that. And Honda's Mark and favorite foe.
All right. So what is that? 12, 16 damage?
16. 16 damage, yeah.
That's a lot of
Alright.
damage.
And you delve deeply in, and you see some of the fetid spaghetti sauce covered limbs just kind of flay out and fall to the side, but it does not seem to be very much bothered by that.
I'm
Yeah,
very
no,
happy the cut-off
and-
noodles aren't animated too.
And Nate is gonna circle around. And that's his turn.
So you can move inside someone's threat range. It's just you can't move out of it, right? Am I
Yes.
remember that correctly?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Grissom. Oh, Nate, were you done?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Grissom, what would you like to do?
I'm sure cheese is highly meltable. Though I wonder about the splashback from that.
I think you should cheese it first.
I brought this on myself, didn't I?
Yeah.
Wait,
you
where
Yeah,
were
you did.
Go back.
You did your
Where were
own
you?
groceries, my dude.
It's like right here.
There.
There.
Okay. All right. As you move, he is going to hit you. He can reach
Okay.
you.
Nope.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Does it deal bonus damage if we're lactose intolerant?
And take an additional 10 acid damage as the splat hits you and it actually burns your skin. So you take 22 total points of damage as he slaps you as you run away. Okay, it's your turn.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at it.
Okay, go for it. Hits. Okay. Hits. Hits.
I'd like to roll better than that, but whatever.
Okay, so that's 1621, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So as you see this big lumbering thing, it's kind of having a little bit of trouble moving, and then your Scorching Ray hits it, and you would expect it to do more, but what it actually does is as it damages him and heats him up, he actually begins to move quicker as you have loosened up his cold, hard body. So he
Neat.
doesn't take as much damage as you would think, and he seems to be a bit more fluid.
That is, how do you say, not good.
Not Gouda.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
Nothing else I can do.
How many cheese puns can we squish into this game before we stop?
All right, it's our last soda can. Let's see what happens to him. Does he make the save? He does not. You don't need to roll the damage because min damage would kill him,
But I want
and there's
to.
nobody in his range. Okay, go ahead and roll it just because you want to. Yeah,
I
he's
did.
dead. So yeah, all the soda cans are gone.
Alright, so the soda cans pop. Great.
Mhm.
Can you drop
Milla.
microwave?
I can drop it, it's a concentration spell, but in case the tomato decides to walk through it, I'm gonna keep it up for a bit.
Fair.
Unless, do you need the movement? I can drop it.
Nah,
Um,
not currently.
so there's a sandwich next.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the only logical thing. I'm going to transform my arm, that is equivalent of drawing a weapon, and I'm going to have it form the giant maw.
Let it eat.
I'm letting it eat. I'm attacking that thing.
Okay.
But- Let's see here. That would be this one.
That hits.
22 for 6, and I'm going to pop a Fear of the Small to add 3 more damage to it.
Takes a big chunk out of it, spits out the tomato, and is ready for the second chomp.
Second attack.
That does not hit.
No.
So it bites right in the same. It takes a big bite. You're like, oh, it took another big chunk, and then when you pull back, you realize it bit the exact same place it bit before. So it got nothing but air.
Oh, you tried, buddy. You tried. Okay, let's see. Bonus action. Are we doing anything? Nah, we're not. There's nothing good to. Nothing I'd want to do here. Yeah, end the turn.
Othokent. What would Othokent like to do?
Let us see here. Given where Othokent is and everything, he's not doing too well right now. I'm thinking he's going to pop a heal. Let's see what we have available as far as group healing goes. You're going to have to forgive me as I'm reading through these spells because
Sure.
I don't
not
know his
Othokent.
spell list. Let's see. Does this do anything? No, it does not. No, not that either. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah, okay. Let's see, we have Nade all the way up there wounded. You're also wounded. And he is himself quite wounded. I think I'm going to have him do a cure wounds on himself, right? I just remembered, I forgot to add that he's a healing domain cleric to the healing he's been doing. Because he has this thing. I believe that's the right thing? Was not the right thing. Oh no, that is the right thing. I forgot to add that to the previous heal. I'll try to remember. Okay, we are all below half. What is the range on this? 30 feet. Alright, we can do that. I think he's going to utilize his Channel Divinity then.
Okay.
Channel Divinity heals. Let's see here. Choose any number of creatures within 30 feet of you. How much? Equal to 5 times his cleric level. He's level 7.
So that's 35.
35. It can be divided among them, but only up until half of their maximum hit points. Nate, how much are you missing from half?
0. He's at half.
Alrighty then. Abraham, how much are you missing from half?
Hmm. 13.
Alright, you get 13 out of the 35. That means he has 22 left. Let's see here. And he can only go up to half. Yeah, he can get himself up to half as well, so you both end up on half. If half is odd, do we round up or down?
I'd say round up.
Alright,
Because down would be less than half.
alright,
So the whole point of that is to get you to at least half. So I'll say round up.
alright, fair enough. And that takes his action, so he has a bonus action left, and he still hasn't cast a spell. I think he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon then. And he's going to cast it right there, this field. What do I put down for Spiritual Weapon? I don't see a token he can use for it.
Yeah, because he's never used it.
He hasn't?
Mm-mm.
It's the only thing I can... Wait, no, he can do something else that's more worth it then. Then scratch that if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's simply going to be using Healing Word on Nate then. Because that is a spell he hasn't used to spell. Let's see, does he have Healing Word written into his sheet? That would be nice. I just click the spell, I believe. Yeah. And we're not going to upcast, it's just going to be SS. And that did not roll in. There we go.
Keep fighting the good a fight.
And
So Nate, you get 10.
and he has actually added the life domain thing to it. So yes, 10.
Did you catch that, Nate?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Wait, what's this thing he has here?
Stuff.
When you cast a spell first level higher that restores hit points to a creature other than you. Wait, he has that on top of the other one?
Yeah, so he'd get 3 hit points back for doing that.
Oh, he gets hit points back.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Every time he casts a healing spell on somebody other than him.
Okay, so he gets 3 hit points. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know how this class works.
It's not your fault.
We're not upset with you.
I'm just sorry for taking up so much time on the turn. Anyway, that's
Okay.
the end of the turn.
Alright. It's sandwich time! He's once
Yay!
again going to try to hit the guy in front of him.
Why?
Because he wants to.
Why is
That's
he not
a 14.
trying to fight someone else?
I do believe a 14 does not hit Othokent.
It
Am I
does
correct?
not. It does not.
And that's a 10. That
Also
also does
no.
not hit Othokent. So both of the Othokent's moving those hips, so he does not get skewered by a giant toothpick.
He's doing the 9-10 dance.
Talah, it is now your turn.
7-10?
Okay. Hey, hot dog man! Saltier or something, I think it was. Can you open the fridge and check out your groceries, please?
The door cracks and goes, yeah? You ready to tell me what I want to know?
If you keep your groceries in check.
No.
All right.
No, they're gonna rue the day they decided to fight us. Ha
Oh, wow, that's horrible. If you live through them, I'll make you a deal. I'll let you go and I'll give you a present. Good luck. And he shuts the door again.
Fine.
Talah, we can't tell him anything.
Fine.
It's
Just
food.
fine.
Just eat it.
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant scorpion. I'm doing it.
Why did that not pull through? Oh, this one.
And then
Token.
use your
Ah!
2 pinches to grab the spaghetti.
And then
There
I'm
we
gonna
go.
sting it in its eye. Yay!
And eat.
We're going to say...
Ew. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
There you go, Talah. You can control it now.
Can you make it bigger though? Cause it's a giant scorpion.
So it's large?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna put the hit points in there cause I want to. Bloop. Alright.
Okay. And I moved the Talah icon off to the side. Just
Yeah,
Talah's
I
not
saw.
actually there.
Yeah. Plus different hit bar, so oh well. And then I'm going to use my action to do the multi-attack thing with 2 claws in the stinger on the spaghetti monster.
All right.
Snip.
Give me that claw.
Claw 1.
Hits.
What?
Hits.
Up.
Claudia's bludgeoning? Huh.
Apparently.
Okay. Got it.
And another!
Go for it.
And then, as I have it grappled, I'm going to sting or try to sting one of its eyes.
Is it required to be grappled for you to sting it?
No.
Okay, because it cannot be grappled. It is immune to that.
Aww. Okay, either way, I'm going to try and do the stinger.
Oof.
Bloop!
Okay.
So DC 12 con save.
That poison. Jeez.
And otherwise it also takes the poison damage.
It's food. Poison food.
I ain't gonna poison food.
Yeah, so you see the poison,
make it rot.
like you stab into the fetid, rotting meat sauce on top, and you
Yeah.
can just see the poison oozing out of it, and the eyes kind of look at this poison running out, and then they look back at you, and it does its little spaghetti shrug. The poison has no impact on it.
Aww.
Good
It
try.
does so much damage though.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled so well though.
Yep.
Aww. Well, that's yeah, me done. Next.
All right. The other sandwich is going to try to stab Gobs.
All right.
There's an 18.
It barely doesn't hit. I have 19.
That's a nat
What?
20.
Yeah, that hits. Yes.
It also does double damage.
Downside of having so many different monsters is having to keep all their character sheets straight. Okay, so he is going to do. So that will be 4d6. All right, so you take 24 points of piercing damage,
Oof.
and then I need you to roll a d20 for me.
All right.
Please don't
give me-
die.
And a d20.
Mm-hmm.
12.
The toothpick comes out whole. And
No
that is-
splinters.
Yep. And that is the end of its turn. And now, for the fun. The now runny cheese elemental is going to move his new maximum speed into your square, Abraham. And he is going to attempt to engulf you.
Oh no.
So, Abraham,
become
I
fondue.
need you to roll a dexterity saving throw DC 16.
The cheese is oozing.
Okay. So, just so you know, this is all the details. Okay. So I'll roll the damage here in a second, but you are going to be engulfed. You cannot breathe. You're restrained, and at the start of each of your turn, you are going to take additional acid damage, cheesy acid damage. But on the initial engulf, you are going to take 4d8.
Absorb elements.
Okay. Until the start of your next turn. So if you have two things that happen at the start of your next turn, which one happens first?
You tell me which one happens first. You're the order decider.
We'll deal with that when we get there. So it's 15 points of damage, of acid damage. If you're resistant, that means you would take half.
Rounded up or down?
Down. As you see, this now semi-solid cheese elemental run over and just kind of like dive on top of Abraham and reform itself and comes up, and you do not see Abraham anymore. That's his turn. Spaghetti Monster. He didn't like being stung, Talah. Just want you to know that. Even though it didn't hurt him, it was offensive. So he is going to try to hit you with one of his spaghetti noodles.
With his noodly arms.
Mm-hmm. With his
No,
noodly
don't
arm.
do it.
That is a 12. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay, another noodly arm is going to try to hit you. That is not the right button. That is. Does a 15 hit?
Yep, because currently my AC is 15.
Okay. So you're going to take 2d6 damage. Plus 5. So you're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And you are grappled. As you get whipped by it's not just one noodle, it's like a clump of noodles hit you and start to pull you into it. Like a jellyfish.
No.
Like a noodly jellyfish.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I can't grab it, but it can grab me. That's not fair.
It's bigger than you. And
So
it doesn't it's an amorphous blob. You're not an amorphous blob, you're a scorpion.
Well, you're not allowing me to turn into a thing.
It's not an animal. You can't turn into it. It's not a beast. Sorry. Screaming Tomato. Screaming Tomato. Let's see. He is going to...
Ah!
Yeah,
Fall
he's moving
apart.
right
Why
here.
does he look like a thing from Plants vs. Zombies?
He's gonna send it, and he's gonna turn and look at you, Talah, and you can see like these festering welts all over his face and his body, like these big bumps from where he's rotten from the inside. He's gonna aim one of them at you and smash it and spray this horrifically smelling acid at you.
Oh, beautiful.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I keep my own stats for that. Bloop. Unless theirs is better. Wait. No,
Oh,
it's
no.
not. Okay, beautiful.
Okay, actually, he has to roll to hit you, and then you make the saving throw.
Oh.
So let's see if he hits you. That is a 15.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, yeah. So so the acid hits you, and it actually hits you right in the face, and you are actually blinded until the end of the
I have
tomato.
blindsight as a scorpion.
Okay, well that's helpful. But let's see how much acid damage you take. You take 18 points of acid damage.
So much acid in this fight.
So much. So much. Someone should really clean this fridge for crying out loud.
Awesome. Nate, it's your turn, buddy. What would you like to do?
Already halfway scorpion.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna continue attacking this thing.
Awesome. Go for it.
Are we flanking?
Yes, you would be flanking.
Good, good, good. Then Nate will do his just checking here. Yeah, the planar warrior. And then he is gonna attack. So +1 or advantage? How are we doing this? I can never remember.
It's advantage.
Advantage.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Okay. So Hunter's Mark and Favored Foe and Planar Warrior. And all of that is Radiant, right?
Force.
Force. Yeah. So 12, 17, 24 points of force damage.
Yep, he is starting. Oh, whoops. He is starting to kind of lose consistency. You can see him starting to fall apart. Noodles you haven't seen start to kind of droop and fall off. So he did not like that very much.
And second attack.
Okay. That also hits.
So that and Hunter's Mark. There we go. 12 points of damage.
Doesn't playing a warrior trigger again? Oh, just the
Um,
next time. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite foe and playing a warrior is only on the first hit.
Okay. Still good.
Mr. Grissom. The beginning of the turn, you are going to take that acid damage. I will say, since they both are supposed to happen at the same time, both your spell dropping and this damage, they will both be in effect for it.
Okay.
So it's 11. That plus 5 is not supposed to be there. So 11 points of acid damage. So rounded down would be 5. Take 5 points of acid damage. Okay.
And I'm blind, deafened, silenced, and constricted.
Yep.
All right, there I stay.
Do you want to try to escape? There's a check to try to get out.
Or it's like a
It's a
athletics, I
strength.
guess.
It's strength. Strength saving throw. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, you struggle against it, but you are unable to escape.
How long till I suffocate?
I think it's a minute per con modifier for holding your
Start
breath.
eating it.
Let me see. It's the rules for
It's
drowning, right?
Probably going to inflict acid damage if I try to eat it.
Yeah, it's minutes equal to a 1 plus its Constitution modifier.
Yeah, to a minimum of 30 seconds. So I don't know what your con modifier is, but it's 1 minute
2.
plus.
My con
Yeah,
mod's
so
2.
3
3
minutes.
minutes.
So 3 minutes. So you've
So
got
30
what is that?
turns.
Yeah, you've got a while. That's not the major concern. Okay. Gobs.
Righty then. I am not doing well. Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on that thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack it, like I did before. Hiya! Does 11
That
hit?
one does not hit.
Alright, second attack. Also does not hit.
Also does
Great.
not hit. Yeah, he is a trained warrior in the ways of Hamfu.
Let's see, do I have
Difficult to pin
any
down.
bonus action spell that would be good to use here? Not really. Is that a bonus action? No, it's not. Yeah, so just going to end my turn right there. Nothing further now.
Othokent,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Alrighty then.
Actually, I want to go back to something.
Yep.
Abraham,
So,
you can cast Vortex Storm on yourself, or does it have to be someone else?
well, I checked every single one of my spells, and they have a verbal component. So, no, I can't cast shit.
Oh shit.
All I can cast is absorb elements. The book, being in focus, only lets me ignore material components that don't get used up. I toyed with the idea of casting my Manifest Mind outside this thing, because I can do that. But I'd still have to cast through it, which means I still have to cast the spell.
Yeah, you can. And I'm looking it up now. It does say in the extended stuff that you can't, if you can't breathe, you can't cast, or you can't cast verbal components. All right, cool. Let's just check in, making sure we didn't miss something there. All right. Gobs' turn is over.
Yep.
It's Othokent's turn. What's Othokent doing?
Let's see here. He has not picked up any good AoE healing spells, so he's going to be using. Let's see, you're there. Yeah, he's going to. Can he target Abraham with healing word where he is?
Does it require him to be able to see him?
A creature of your choice that you can see within range.
No, he cannot target Abraham. He is literally inside the mountain of cheese.
Alrighty then, no healing for Abraham. But it's a construct, so a command spell will likely not do anything either. Alright, in that case, I think he's going to be casting Cure Wounds on Gobs. I don't see. Nate could probably also use Dealing Nate. Are you still under half? You're still red.
He's
Oh,
1 point under
sorry.
half.
Oh,
Sorry, no. No. I got 10 earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I can't do math.
Okay, then yeah, Cure Wounds on Gobs, I think. Upcast to 3rd level. Let's see. So, yeah, that's a total of 17 points. And he is himself healed by how much was that?
3. Well, it's 2 plus the level of spell.
And the spell was upcast. So
Okay.
it would be 2 plus 3, so 5.
Yep, so he gets 5 hit points.
Right. And bonus action. Does he have any good bonus actions he can use? I don't suppose any of these got. That was not what I meant to do. I don't suppose any of these guys are undeads. Oh,
Nope.
that's not a bonus action anyway, so no, he can't do that. What's this?
Well, they're constructs.
Okay, he can actually do a thing as a bonus action. But it is a thing that he has specifically said we have not seen him do, so I don't think I should do it. Wait, no, we've seen him do the bite attack. Right?
He is bitten.
I'm gonna have
Once.
him. I'm gonna have him try and bite that sandwich
Okay.
because that's a bonus. No.
Yep, he does. He misses the sandwich.
Yeah. And that is his turn.
All right, sandwich number 1. He's pretty hard-headed. He's going to continue attempting to stab the Otho. That is a 17.
No,
That is a
No.
nat 1.
he does not
So,
hit the
yeah.
Otho.
He does not hit the Otho. Scorpion time! Doing scorpion things! Talah, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna try and snip the thing again.
And then snip away, dear Talah. Snip away. That hits?
First one as well, right?
Yeah, both
Um,
hit. Mm-hmm.
They would both be at advantage because you're flanking, so that is just one attack there.
Ah. Beautiful. Ugh. And I should be at advantage because I'm forgetting that shit. Plop! And then I'm gonna sting anyway because it also does the piercing damage.
For it.
Plop!
Woof. It is really having trouble keeping together. And also, that should have all been at normal rolling, but it doesn't matter because you're restrained. If you remember, he grappled you.
Oh, right. Oh, well.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll let it slide. That was my fault. Anything else Scorpion Talah would like to do?
Screech.
You successfully screech.
Very high-pitched screech, because that's what scorpions can do.
These sandwich warriors are not smart. They have picked their targets, and they will continue to try to kill them. Gobs does an 18 hit.
No.
So
No.
a 15 also does not hit. So, again, you guys are doing this really cool, like, Wing Chun fight back and forth as you're dodging and stabbing and dodging and stabbing. It's like, it'd look really cool if it didn't look so ridiculous, because it literally is a sandwich that you're fighting. A sandwich with angry eyebrows.
Not just angry
Cheese
eyebrows, red shoes as well.
Elemental. First, let's see if he gets his power back and gets
No.
to eat someone else.
No,
He does.
not.
Hmm.
No.
2, 3, 4.
Don't you dare.
Let's roll a d4 and see who he attacks. Oh. Can he make it there? Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
No. No.
And
He
leaves
can.
behind Abraham.
No, Abraham would go with him.
Can he just eat the tomato or something? Would be great if they go for each other.
Wait, he's on
Abraham,
top
you're
of her?
getting moved over here. Yeah, because he's going to engulf her. He's still
Can
hungry.
he engulf large?
Mm-hmm. Anything
While containing a
medium.
medium?
Mm-hmm. He sure can.
I'm also restrained, so how does that work?
Means you'll have disadvantage. Give me a dexterity check, please.
Check.
Or saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
It's disadvantage. Because of the thing. 13?
You now become engulfed.
Ugh.
So, Abraham, you do see there's a slight breath of air as a giant scorpion gets swallowed and thrown in there with you.
I
can't
don't need
say
to
anything.
breathe as a scorpion, right?
You do.
Mhm.
Breathe through your exoskeleton.
And that is... Where is the damage on that? Oh, that's right. It's that much. Talah,
Yeah.
you take 12 acid damage
Okay.
as you are now swallowed in the cheese elemental.
I now have 12 more scorpion hit points. And then we're back to my own.
Which makes him bigger.
Do we move the scorpion to the side as well, or what is that
Yeah,
happening?
I'm just going to move it for the sake of it.
Okay.
Alright. Spaghetti Monster, now free from having to eat Talah, is now going to try to eat Nate.
Why is it not trying to eat the cheese?
Because they're friends. They grew up together.
But spaghetti and cheese.
It's delicious.
Yeah, so why don't they become one?
That is a
Man,
nat
your
20.
rolls.
They've been something else today.
Can you stop?
Yes.
Will you stop?
No. Nate, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are now
Okay.
grappled. And he's going to try to hit you again. And I
No
have to-
save, just happens.
The grapple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get hit, you're grappled. And then on your turn, you get a chance to escape. So his second attempt to wrap extra tentacles around you and hurt you even more did not work. And so yeah, you're grappled. You're grippable. Angry Tomato doesn't have a target.
Yes, it does. The cheese.
They are all friends, just like you wouldn't hit Gobs. Probably.
Well,
He's gonna run up screaming and try to punch Otho.
Why Otho?
Because that's what he could get to.
Punch him in the shin.
And he does not hit him. As he goes to swing it, you'll notice his hand kind of explodes and like acid just sprays all over the ground.
Give me a moment. I'm checking if he triggered something. I could have sworn I had feet. Must not be on this character. Oh, right, I do. I was thinking of a different character. Never mind.
Nate. First and foremost,
Okay.
give me a strength saving throw to see if you can break out of the hold of the tentacles. You do not break out of the hold of the tentacles.
No.
What would you like to do?
Oh. I need to attack.
Yep, it'll be at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Restraint don't impose disadvantage on attacks.
Grappled doesn't. Restrained does, I believe.
Grapple
different.
just reduces your movement to 0. Let me see.
Yep, and restrained is different than grapple, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I'm not grappled, I'm restrained.
Restraint. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Oh, you're right. And the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Right, you're right.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
You're right, you're right.
Yep.
So, attack.
That hits.
With Hunter's Mark and Favored Foe. Oh, I guess I need to roll concentration.
For Hunter's Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so no
you're
Hunter's
fine.
Mark.
All right, you hit, and as you slice through, you actually feel something solid as you hit through, and you can see it start to wiggle and start to fall apart, but it's barely hanging on to its form.
You're hitting its meatballs.
Oh, God. I don't like that implication.
So it's still up, but very barely.
Yep. And the second hit.
That hits. And it completely falls apart. So now it's just a layer of spaghetti on the ground. Boop.
Food Wars.
Oh, yeah, Food Wars is even better.
And there we go.
I am on the ground and I can use my full movement.
Yeah, you're standing. It just wrapped you up and was constricting you. The next turn, it was going to pull you in and squish you to death. So you're still standing, and you still have your full movement.
Well, then Nate is gonna.
And you do know that the cheese elemental, I would say you would probably have seen it eat Abraham, and you know it ate Talah.
Yeah.
It did nom 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 nom.
I just need a response on the wording of this before I use it. Gonna send it to you.
Yep. Yeah, I think it would be your current turn.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you get it for your turn, but once your turn ends, it disappears. So it's not like you would cast it now and it would last until the beginning of your next turn. Otherwise, it would say that. It'd say for the duration of this turn is how long it lasts. Does that make sense?
Yep. That is fine. And Nate will move back all the way over here
Alrighty.
behind the initiative order.
Okay.
And he will cast Hunter's Mark on this guy,
Alright, sounds good.
the big cheese.
So the thing you messaged me, you did not use, correct?
Indeed.
Okay, just making sure because those are both bonus actions. That's all I'm clarifying. Cool.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to do, dearest Nathan?
No, dearest. Sounds good.
No.
Nay!
Abraham,
The fuck?
first and foremost.
Absorb elements.
Oh yeah, I guess we did bring our horses into this.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me look. I think I rolled the wrong dice.
I don't think our horses are in here,
They are not.
right?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Oh, it's D8s. Okay. All right, absorb elements. So you will take 8 acid damage. And would you like to do a strength check to try to break out of the cheese? You break out of the cheese. Where would you like to be? You can pick any 5-foot square. Oh, you're moving him. My bad. That is where you are. Let me look. Does that take your action?
Yep.
Well, let me read. It doesn't say that it takes your action in the description of the ability.
Okay.
So yeah, you're able to escape. I will say it'll take your bonus action. So you can only do an action or a bonus action because I think it's supposed to be that it takes your action, but you've been in there a while, and I want you to get to do something. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham, the muscliest wizard ever, flexes and pops out of the side of the cheese monster.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, if only I could do animation.
You can.
I really can't.
You can do an Arcana check. You would expect it would take her with it. Because it's not like if somebody ate a sandwich and then you use that spell on them, the sandwich doesn't just fall to the ground. Right? Otherwise, every time you did that to somebody, then poop would be left wherever they were.
Can we? No. Mm. Mm-mm.
Does that make sense, then?
No.
Breathing.
Right, so what would you like to do?
Counting. 1 second. I would like to upcast Magic Missile to 4th level and cast it at the cheese monster.
Okay. Roll that
No,
damage.
I do not want to do that.
Okay.
I have a bonus action. I have an action. No,
I'll let you do an action or a bonus action, but not both.
right. I don't want to do this. No, that would kill me. That's right. You know, I'm just going to take my chances. I cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Good idea.
All right, you are now invisible.
Ninja.
Gobs,
Yeah,
there's a screaming tomato behind you, just so you know.
I figured, but I'm still in the middle of eating my sandwich.
Right, I'm just making sure you're aware.
I am.
It has not stopped screaming since it came into existence.
Right. Eat sandwich. For that amount, plus an additional 3 from the Hex Blade's Curse. Yeah, it's an additional 3.
You completely devour the sandwich.
That also heals me for my Warlock level plus Charisma modifier, as the arm consumes and swallows it.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how it looks in my head. Alrighty then. See, I am no longer bloodied because of that. I am, however, going to move to there. And going to try and bite the tomato, which would now be at advantage.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
For that amount, plus Fear of the Small for an additional 3. So,
You take a
21.
huge chunk out of the tomato. It is not feeling well. Well, it wasn't feeling well when it was healthy, so
I presume
extra not feeling well.
that's why it's constantly screaming.
Yeah. It is
Alright.
still screaming. Even though it's missing half of its face now, it's still screaming.
Oh god, we need to stop it. Okay, that is the end of Gob's turn. Going on to Othokent.
Othokent, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I can't heal Abraham because he's no longer within sight.
Correct.
Hmm. You know, I think we're going to go on the offensive with Oath for a bit. Let's see, what are his offensive spells even? He has that one, but I don't... They need to have the red tick to be prepared? Or does he just have them? I don't know how he does his spells.
Priests are prepared.
Yeah, but I don't
Prepared,
know
prepared.
if he enters his prepared spells and then ticks them for something else, or how he does this.
Well, based off of what you're looking at, what do you think he does?
That's it. I can't figure it out because that would mean that he has 4th level spells in a 4th level spell slot, but no 4th level spells prepared.
Just take your best guess.
I'm gonna go with a safe bet that only the red ones are prepared. Okay. Severely limits the options, but it's not all bad. So, Natus over there. Do that. No, can't. Can do that. You know what? It might be that he has never used Spiritual Weapon, but I'm going to use Spiritual Weapon for him now. I'm going to spawn the Spiritual Weapon right by the tomato, because the tomato is wounded. And it will be upcast to 4th. That made an attack roll. Well, it will be making an attack roll, but I have nothing I can put out as the Spiritual Weapon.
Working on it.
Alright. I could pull out one of Milla's summons, but that would look a bit dumb.
Where do you want it?
Right here in between the sandwich and the tomato. Right there, yes. Let's see here. It does make the attack when it's summoned. It's a 20 on the tomato.
That hits.
It's here for every 2 spell slot above second. So that is 3d8 plus the spellcasting ability. I'm gonna enter this manually. Spellcasting ability right now is that. Oh, it's supposed to be 3 higher, so 17 point of radiant damage on the tomato.
The tomato explodes and squishes.
Alright. And that is gonna stick around for a minute, no concentration.
Dead tomato. It's finally quiet. It's finally quiet. It smiles as it dies.
Lovely.
And looks over to its 30 brethren still in the tub.
Just hear that chorus and cacophony of screams.
See, he still has his regular action. And while he can't
Mhm.
cast spells with it, he can cast cantrips. And now, if I recall, the big cheese has been damaged, yes?
No, it's healed at all.
Mm-mm. No, yes, it's been damaged. It didn't heal at all.
Mm.
In that
It
case,
didn't heal at all. It just your fire didn't do as much damage as you thought it would.
in that case, we're gonna try and toll the dead the cheese.
What?
Okay.
Toll the
It
cheese.
turns into blue teas.
So it's a DC 14 Wisdom save, or it takes a whopping 4 necrotic damage.
It does not make that save. It will take its
4
4 necrotic damage.
4 whole necrotic damage on a 2d12. Alright. And that's his turn.
Already?
Yeah.
Sandwich time, doing sandwich stabby things. Does a 21 hit Otho?
A 21 does hit Otho, yes.
That is not the right number. I hit up in the number of dice instead of down. Let's try that. So that would be 13 points of piercing damage, and I need you to roll a d20.
Alright. $15.
All right, still good. He is going to try to hit with second toothpick sword, and that does not. All right, that is Sandwich Boy's turn. Talah,
Yeah,
first and foremost,
yeah.
let's take some acid damage
Why?
Let's drop
because
some
you're
acid.
inside the elemental.
I don't want to.
I'm
Why is
sorry.
Why is
uh,
Talah doing acid?
15 points of acid damage.
Yeah, that is the scorpion gone, and Talah taking 3
Three.
more
Mhm.
damage.
And then you're still inside the elemental, so if you would like to make a strength saving throw to attempt to break out. Talah, you swivel down and you break out another hole. Where do you want to pop out?
I would like to pop out on this side.
Okay, you should be able to move your token over there.
Oop.
So Talah, you break out the other side. I'm not going to say it the way that I know Doc wants me to say it.
The other
I'm
end.
Not gonna, yeah, I'm not going to say you blow out his back. But yeah, so you're out there, and again, just like Abraham, you can take either a bonus action or an action.
Okay. In that case, nah, that's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work. Wait, Ice Knife is gonna fuck me over, isn't it? Range spell attack, and I'm right up to him, so that doesn't work. Okay. I didn't think I would make that. Now I have to think. I'm gonna whack it with my quarterstaff while holding it with 2 hands.
Go for it. Beat that cheese.
Whack!
That does hit, and that does do that much damage.
Not a lot, but it's something.
All right. What else would you like to do?
Spit out some cheese that's still in my mouth.
Ew. All right. It is Cheese Boy's turn. Now, first, let's see if he gets his engulf back. He does not.
Thank the Lord.
I don't know, because now he's just going to punch you.
I think I still prefer that over him eating.
Maybe. So he's going to turn around and face you, Talah, and he's going to go cheese smash.
But he's not the Hulk.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, because I'm Talah, and Talah has an AC of 12.
And that is
Another reason why wild shaping is very much a necessity for me.
2d8 plus 6.
Need to get Talah some armor.
Shh.
So that's 10 bludgeoning. And then
Okay.
another 10 acid.
Okay.
And now he's going to hit you again. That is a 19.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is 12 points of damage.
Okay. I have 5 hit points.
And another 12 acid
am
damage. As Talah gets left in a cheesy
Talah
crater.
down.
While delicious is still painful.
Talah down.
Nate, it is your turn.
Rick. Well, very happy to see both of them actually get out.
And suddenly Talah whack.
Nate
Oh,
is gonna move
also.
up.
He would have
Yeah?
shrunk. Because Talah's not in him anymore.
AP
Can I see
provokes.
probably above this?
Oh, yeah. It's like it's covering the ground.
Okey-doke. I move my full 35.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how is there a crater in the ground when we're on glass?
What do you mean
It
crater?
was meant to be a
It-
visual, Talah. Don't
it's
pick apart everything I
frosted.
say.
It's cracked glass at this point.
No, it's frosted.
It's frosted glass. Yeah. It's a texture.
So
That's literally a picture of glass that I'm
Yeah,
using as the
yeah,
background.
yeah.
Nate is very happy about them getting out and then seeing Talah immediately getting pummeled. Not so happy.
Why not?
Just, yep, 30 feet. That works. Play no warrior again. And out comes the bow.
That hits.
Okey-dokey. And it's a new enemy. Feathered foe. So. There. There. What is that? 25, 26, 31 points of force damage.
What was the total?
31.
31? Woof. There.
Now someone's blowing its back out.
Ah.
Only Nate is allowed to lay hands on Talah.
Ah!
Nah. Anyways, that was the first attack. Second attack.
That hits.
Second attack is on Talah, yeah?
No.
Yes. That's why he said only he's allowed to lay hands on her. He's
Yeah.
attacking you.
There and Anders mark. So another 21. So 52 points in all. On the 2
Wow!
attacks.
Why is it always when Talah goes down, then Pip can shoot very, very well with damage?
I don't know. I feel like that's a question Talah should be asking.
Yep. Your arrows pierce and blow off in between the holes that Talah and Abraham left when they left. And your very destructive arrows, he crumbles and falls apart.
I made him into Swiss cheese.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Otho is going to use a healing word first level on Talah.
Yeah, if it's
There's still a
it's not his
sandwich,
turn.
Oh,
dude.
sorry. I thought we were out of combat. My bad.
No, there's still a sandwich.
All right, there's still a
Still a sandwich.
sandwich. My bad.
Abraham,
I forgot the sandwich.
it's your turn.
Upcast magic missile to 3rd level. Change it to sonic damage. I'm gonna send this thing flying.
Okay.
Now, where's it? Where I can prompt to upcast? Where's that? Where's that upcast prompt?
That should come when
You have
click
to have
the
it
spell.
set for the spell.
But in this case, just click it like 4 more times.
$13.
Okay. They do exactly as much damage as you think they would do.
Mm-hmm. That'll be it.
All right. Gabagoo, it's your turn.
To there.
From the
You successfully get
window
there.
to the wall.
And
Oh.
then
Got to mark this.
giant maw attacking sandwich.
All right. Let's see how you do.
19
That hits.
for that amount of damage, and my final Fear of the Small for 3 additional damage. So 12.
Okay. He stumbles, but he's still holding on.
And second attack. For 6 points of piercing damage.
He is still standing.
Alright. And that is all I can do. So we're moving to Otho.
It is Otho's turn.
Otho uses his bonus action to swing with that spiritual weapon.
Swing away.
Let's see. How was it that I... Does he actually have that thing set?
I don't know, does he?
He does, but the version he has doesn't deal enough damage for the upcast. I'm still going to use it. I'm just going to roll additional dice if it hits.
That hits.
Oh, it actually does let me put the level it's been cast at. Great. How the frick does this work? I'm just gonna trust whatever it says here and say it's 15. 15 points of
Okay.
force.
Still clinging to life. Just barely.
Still
Just
clinging.
kill it. Please, just kill it.
Alrighty then. He is going to utilize
I'll
a
be fine. Just kill it.
cantrip, which would be at advantage because it's a melee cantrip. Primal Savagery.
Okay. Roll the hit.
I thought that would have rolled to hit, my bad. Oh, it's the one he's renamed here. Okay, so let's do it like that. Is he set to advantage? He is
That hits.
19 for 14 points of acid damage.
And how would Otho like to do this?
Eat it.
Considering we've seen these things are rotten, I'm thinking just like tear it to shreds, make a shredded salad out of it.
Excellent. Talah,
Yes.
give me a death saving throw.
Okay. 14.
Aren't we supposed to
Yep.
keep that secret?
I don't know.
Well, alright, and we are now out of combat, and assuming you guys don't take very long to get to Talah, she'll be okay.
Well,
I
Nate
think
is
so.
gonna run over immediately.
Yay!
That higher cast every time.
Every time.
It's really wait. I think I may see why it's happening for you. It says 1 times 1 d8.
Yes.
Can I ask you to try and roll that again, upcast?
Yes.
Okay, so it does actually roll it. It's just bad luck.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So I take the second one, right?
Yeah. So no. So Talah, do mark a point of exhaustion. Anytime you go down and come back up, you get a point of exhaustion.
Yep. Will do.
And as Nate, you feed her the potion, and she sits up. The door opens again, and goes, "Oh, you killed my cheese."
To be fair, it swung first.
Well, I mean, yeah, you killed one of the baby sodas. This is going to take me forever to clean.
Good.
So, you willing to tell me what you guys are doing yet?
No.
I believe you said that if we got rid of these things, you would give us something and let us leave.
Oh, that's true. I just thought I'd ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
No,
Who
but the
even-
cheese hurt.
Who
It
is
really,
your boss
really
that he
hurt.
wants to know?
We've tried this before. I can't tell you that. I literally can't tell you that.
Can you write it down?
No, they're the same thing. But
No, because you're not telling us. We just happen to read it when you write it down.
look, he's not the kind of guy you can argue semantics with. The things are pretty ironclad when it comes to him.
Ugh.
But let's see. Little Goblin Girl, you have the statue, right?
Yeah.
He snaps his fingers, and in front of you appears a larger statue of a slod, and this one's blue, and it has a segment on its stomach like it can open. Yeah. So sorry about that. You know, this isn't my deal, but the guy in charge, he keeps hearing rumors about you guys, and he doesn't know anything about you, and it drives him crazy, and he keeps making me do this, but thankfully, I at least get to put things behind challenges like this, so you guys have a chance.
While he's
But-
talking,
Mhm.
can I grab a handful of the gross spaghetti sauce and toss it at his shirt? He's wearing a white shirt.
Yeah, you also realize, like, would be the equivalent of, like, 300 stories tall and is probably a quarter mile away from you.
Still.
The distance from you guys, yeah, you can try. Roll it.
Yeah.
I think it's
Roll-
more the
roll-
signal that she's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it.
What do I roll?
A ranged attack.
Oh shit. 1d20, and then
Add your
I'm
dex.
always proficient with myself, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's some people.
So
Anyways,
18.
yeah, no, it you junk it like 3 feet or 4 feet, and it's like, yeah, no, the range on spaghetti sauce is not that far. He's like, oh, neat. But yeah, I'll send you back to your camp again. Sorry about this. Don't
Hey,
have a choice in the matter.
Can you at least tell your boss to try and fucking talk to us like people?
I can tell him that you requested that. Is that an official request in exchange for information? He would want a guarantee of exchange of information that he's wanting.
I can't guarantee he's gonna get the information, but it's gonna get him an above 0 chance. Whereas this shit is giving him 0 chance.
I'll advise him. Good luck. I hope it works out for you.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck
I
is
just
blowing
shot
a
at
flashlight inside
disadvantage.
my room?
Please tell me you also shot with sauce. I just really want his shirt to get stained. Please.
So the
Sure.
world tiniest arrow sails in a beautiful arc and gets stuck in his shirt.
And
With
now
sauce on
there's a pasta stain
It's
on his shirt.
tiny. It's tiny. It's
Still.
like, really? Really? That's the maturity level? Okay. All right. Well, enjoy being back at your camp. And he slams the door shut, and as he does, you all kind of stumble back, and you're laying on the ground outside of your little camp. And Gobs, you have your normal, the red slod statue, and then like when you stumble, you kind of drop the blue one, and it opens up. You can tell it's like a Russian nesting doll.
Well, I guess we're just gonna put it together.
Okay. And then do you activate it?
I'm gonna look at the others. Do we want to give it an activation, see what it does? How are we feeling?
I'm fine with anything.
Oh, and none of you see Abraham.
Where's Abraham? Did
Abe?
Abe get left behind?
Mr. Grissom?
Then?
He vanished while we were fighting. I don't know.
That can't be good.
No.
Sin must be AFK. Or his microphone's not working.
Either or.
What's up?
There
Hey,
he is.
he's back. So they can't see you. You guys are back in the camp. And he was asking.
It only lasts for a minute.
Okay. Well, it hasn't been that long. You literally just got kicked back to the camp.
I dropped the spell.
Okay. You can see Abraham. He's standing there. And they're asking. He left the. You now have like a blue slot nesting doll that you can put in the red slot inside of. And
Yeah.
Gobs was asking if you guys want to use it.
Want to see what it does? I mean, this
Might
time
have
it
added
teleported us in
more
there.
to the thing. Didn't they say there were more layers to it?
It did say.
Sure.
Yes, and using it
I
seems to
mean-
draw us into his bullshit. I'm inclined to
We're
bury it
only
and walk
almost
away.
dead.
I'm fine.
No.
So it's a no, don't use it.
I'm inclined to bury it and walk away from it.
I mean, I let him know that if the boss wants to deal with us, he needs to talk to us instead of this shit. I'll say let's give it one chance. If he tries this again, then I'm all for burying it or throwing it in the abyss or whatever.
Oh, if we survive. And Abraham sits down with his 4 hit points.
Well, I'm
Acid burns all over his body.
thinking that Otho might be inclined to start healing people. Let's see. Which spells does he have that can...
With his kit, probably.
I was thinking more like he'd try and do... Wait, it only does that once! A 10-minute cast for a single-use heal.
Yes.
What, prayer of healing?
Yeah, I was looking at that, and
It does good healing.
I mean, yeah, it does.
Besides, we're not going anywhere within 10 minutes, I think.
In that case, sure, let's do Prayer of Healing. After 10 minutes, unless we're interrupted, everyone is healed for 2d8 plus his spellcasting ability.
Do it.
Just marked off the spell used, and where do we have prayer of healing? 18 points of healing for everyone.
Woo!
Nice.
And he is himself healed for 4 additional because of the whole
Stuff.
22. Then 5 additional there. How's everyone else looking as far as hit points goes?
I'm fine.
Looking okay now.
Half. Below half.
Right. We are.
Wait. You save your energy.
He has lots of it, and we're almost in front of short
There.
rest. Well,
15.
Long rest.
So 15 for Abram.
So, Abe, you don't want to flirt with that waitress again?
Every single thing we seem to lay our hands on is a trap or a betrayal. I'm inclined not to listen to anybody or pick up anything or accept anything.
Yeah. I think there's room for some caution here.
So that is a no on trying to use the thing, then.
I'd rather eat cold rations.
Alright, putting it away.
I mean, remember, you do have somebody who can cast Identify if you want to know what it does.
I mean, we already did that, and this was not among the list of things it could do. So
Yeah,
clearly
because-
Identify doesn't tell us everything.
Well, it told you everything about the one you had. Now you've got a
Yes,
new shell that is a
And-
completely different magic item.
and the one we had did not include get summoned into a realm to fight food.
Who says that had anything to do with it?
We activated it, it happened.
Yeah, well, but last
That's an
time we
assumption you're
went
making.
out of our hotel and then got sucked into that hot dog realm. So that's a different thing.
Yep, that's just someone
They're
missing.
not related.
Alright, I'll let it be up to you guys to decide then.
I would like to sleep in a bed, even if it's just for half an hour.
And then I don't think that place can help.
Maybe now it can. It has a new layer.
Well, I'm good to go now. But at the first sign of trouble, I do suggest we hightail it out of there.
I'm inclined to just carry marinara sauce wherever I go now, just so that when we meet him again, I can stain his shirt.
Well, we can always try and stain his shirt with his blood.
Yeah, but blood is easier to wash out.
Sure. If you're still alive. Anyways, are we doing this or not?
I mean, it sounds like no, so no.
Then I'll go forage.
And as you begin to forage for the evening and everybody kind of sits down and starts to lick their proverbial wounds, I believe that is where we will end the session for this week.
Okie dokie.
So, for everybody who's watching on the stream, we appreciate you. Thank you very, very much for sticking with us. Again, hopefully we'll have the whole crew back next time. And I think in the next coming weeks, at some point, we will actually take a trip back to Fortune and Glory. It's been a while since we played that one, but we're going to give that one a run soon. But in the meantime, we appreciate you being here. And that's the end. And we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.